This is the LowcoSports Lowdown Podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
Just kidding. I don't know what that was. It was the Jaguar on the prowl, disrupting the intro because this is not your usual LowcoSports Lowdown. It's whatever we're calling this, the Monday night LowcoSports
simulcast.
Nuke in the Natty simulcast. Yeah, something like that. Simulcast spectacular. We don't know who all's going to show up, but starting out, got myself, JJ. We got Misa Trollin, Misa Garzon, NIL football analyst. Is that what that says?
Yep.
And then we got I Spy Kai, Jakai Moro, newest addition and hottest addition to Team Loco with some fire reels out there on the IG. Good to have you, boys. Good to be with you tonight. Doing this experimental thing. Everybody loves the Manning cast, right? Ever since the Manning cast started, I've been like, man, that's kind of like what we do. Like but we could do it. Like we could just sit here and watch the game together and converse and talk about topical things, during timeouts and breaks and slow points in the game. And so, why not tonight, right? So not a whole lot going on the local scene, but we'll kind of go through some topics as we go, as we see fit, and we'll talk about what we've been doing because it's going to be a little bit before this game really gets going here. 7:30 kick was never realistic. So anyway, here we are, boys. How y'all been? Been good?
Yeah, pretty good. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day for those of
Indeed.
you watching, honoring the legacy of Dr. King. So, yeah, pretty good, man. You know this is not your regular local sports lowdown because it's a bit browner than what y'all are used to. So,
well, we're trying. We're trying to make that a regular thing, though. That's the goal. We're trying to get a little more melanin in here on a regular basis.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't worry, Jakai. We'll get the 2% milk crew in a little bit later. And don't say jokes we won't understand. They'll just be throwing movie quotes from like 1980 movies that we wouldn't know and everything, and then we'll just smile and keep it going. But yeah, I'm excited to do this little native voyage of a simulcast for the LowcoSports crew. Should be fun. Should be a good game. I am here to troll. I'm letting you guys know now. If you are an Ohio State or Notre Dame fan, I am not a fan of either. I could care less who wins. I have no allegiance to any of them. I'm here for the jokes, for the good time. So if you take a little too seriously, I'm giving you a warning now.
Riker, you've been warned.
Yep, you've been warned. It's all here for jokes and fun and love and games. We are here for fun. So, if Ryan Day chokes as much as he does against Michigan with Notre Dame, take it all for love. And if Notre Dame doesn't know how to snap a ball and call timeouts, take it all for love. Hey, it might be Michigan NIU that they see across the field. Never know what could happen.
You never do know. They both definitely flushed the mouse, once this season against somebody that they never should have lost to. Shout out Tony Kornheiser, flushing the mouse. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I think Ohio State is certainly the more talented team and the favorite to win this game. But I feel like Notre Dame kind of has that team of destiny type of feel to it. Everybody is really bought in and rallied around Marcus Freeman, who is obviously the hot young coach. Literally the hot young coach. Like, whew, that man's put together. I'm straight as can be, but that man, whew,
he's a good-looking fella.
He's a good-looking dude, and they've got a good thing going. They seem to be totally bought in as a team and love one another. And I have no love for Ohio State. I have no love for Notre Dame either. I was raised to hate Notre Dame, as everyone who was not raised to love Notre Dame was, and so I wasn't a fan of them either. But I love Marcus Freeman, and obviously I love Jalen Sneed. And that's one of the kids that we watched come up. Literally, I have a vivid memory of when what's that?
The bus is on TV.
Oh, Jerome the bus. Jerome Bettis. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so this will be kind of like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type deal. We'll crack jokes. I've invited all our rowdy friends. I mean, all of them. The Under the Bus boys. We'll see if they pop in. I could see Curry making an appearance. That's this is up his alley. He could make notes of a few jokes and then come in at halftime and pop them all off and get a few laughs.
I mean, will he be awake?
But Sneed, oh no, he'll be up for this game. Curry's a
okay.
night owl, actually. But all those guys will be up for this game. They're all retired. They don't have to do anything in the morning, so they'll be fine. But no, Sneed, I vividly remember the day that BJ Payne was like, "Hey, we got this kid, Jalen Sneed. He's gonna be bigger than Puna," and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's saying a lot, And he was like, "I'm telling you, if he does everything that he's supposed to do, he'll be the biggest recruit to ever come out of Beaufort County." And that man tells no lies. I mean, every time he said that about somebody, it's happened.
And that's saying a lot. Look at how many prospects we've had in the NFL from Beaufort County, whether it's Well Branch or Hilton Head. But Sneed is, something special. We mentioned it in the pregame off air about the connection that he and Coach BJ Payne have. And that's real. With Coach BJ Payne, that's real from him and his players that he has with all his players. He follows them. He supports them. You see them come back home for the camp that they do every year. That just lets you know the relationship that they have. And, we have Sneed here for Notre Dame. I don't think Ohio State has any low country players, Lowco players. I don't know. I don't think they do.
As a matter of fact, if I read this correctly, Sneed is the only South Carolina representative in this national championship game.
Wow.
So Palmetto State should be pulling for Notre Dame, except for, of course, the entirety of Ohio that has relocated.
I was going to say 67% of the state is going to be conflicted, whether we support a homegrown talent or they just support where they all came from.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, when you think about matchups of like where people say like, "Oh God, I hope nobody wins." I hope the old joke before we started to be more sensitive, which is a good thing, was that you would say you're rooting for natural disaster, right? Like, but I think this is a little bit of that in the sense of they're both kind of love them or hate them type teams. But I do think that the head coaches kind of set the tone, and Ryan Day is just not a likable dude, and Marcus Freeman most certainly is. So I think that a lot of the undecided vote, so to speak, will go to Notre Dame tonight on account of that.
So for my question for the Ohio State fans who are watching and tuning in as we doing pregame here, Ryan Day loses tonight. Do you still want him fired? Do you still want him gone?
We'll have to bring that up when Marcus Walsh pops in a little bit, because he had very strong feelings about that he needed to go going into these playoffs, and now I think he may have changed his tune a little bit. But Marcus is also going to be wearing, I understand, a split shirt because he's or some kind of both teams gear because he's a fan of both squads. So
is he doing both sides?
Who you on tonight, buddy?
I'm not really into football like that, but I'm cheering for Notre Dame, of course. My boy Jalen's over there.
So what's your tell us about your relationship to Jalen? Because I mean, all the kids around here are around the same age, pretty much grow up together, and you guys were a couple years apart, but not too far, right?
I would say, not too far. I would say just always growing up playing against each other in basketball. Very competitive. He's like real aggressive on the basketball court. They would always have him guarding me eventually somehow. So, but also just knowing his sister at Mary River, she was a great basketball player as well. So I'll say that's
right on, man. So you alluded to it. You played at May River. You played basketball and soccer, right? Played for Misa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
May River soccer alum.
There you go. And you and I have just been catching up the last few days, and time flies, man. I didn't realize you had already graduated from Coastal Carolina, but
yeah, I just graduated this past December.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations to you. And the degree is in
major in graphic design and minor in photography.
Outstanding, and you're doing the work out there, and we're happy to give you some opportunity, some access that we offer as a journalistic entity in exchange for getting some great content. You're getting reps, learning on the job. That's the idea. So we appreciate you coming on board, man. And I know you're feeling under the weather, so just let us know if you got a pop tonight. But looking forward to watching the game with you boys. Notre Dame's got it first.
Yep, here we go. I think you already said it. Yep, first play. Oh,
Riley Leonard. Oh no, are you seeing the future before me?
am I?
I don't know.
Where are you at?
That could be an issue. Yeah, I just saw the first play happen.
Oh yeah. So I'm about 6 seconds ahead of you. So yeah. I'll stay quiet.
I'm gonna hit the skip forward button and see what I get. Nah, it
yeah,
didn't go nowhere. Oh wait, it might have. They just showed number 33.
Kai, drop where folks can follow you on social media, see the work that you're doing. Because by the way, he's doing phenomenal work. If you guys follow him and see the work that he's doing, and you want somebody to come and promote your team, your entity, your business, make videos, it is phenomenal work. So Kai, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on social media. I Spy Kai on TikTok, Instagram. Do I use anything?
TikTok? Is that?
Oh yeah, the resurrection of TikTok.
Yeah. No, my algorithm isn't too good on there, so I really post on Instagram a lot more. But
I just dropped the IG in the comments, and we'll check out some of your work as well. And as the show goes on here, while we got some boring stuff going on. You were out shooting some soccer training the other morning?
Yes, sir. WND development. Soccer training with Mikey Chapelier. They had
that's Mikey. Okay.
A 16 16U MLS team from New York come down over the weekend. They played both mornings. Really nice team and a lot of good athletes out there.
Yeah, very cool. There we go, Riley Leonard surveying.
Mikey, another Mid River alum. So you see Mid River Soccer building some good product for the community out there.
Always has been, always will. As long as Misa's.
I should text Coach Macy and ask him who he's rooting for.
How do you guys feel about the? Oh yeah, he's conflicted too, right? How do you feel about the chili on spaghetti?
Macy is fully Notre Dame. Chili on spaghetti. I've never heard of it.
You never heard of that? That's an Ohio thing, a Cincinnati thing in particular. Cincinnati chili Skyline. I got a buddy, Jan Lucas, Homegrown Home Inspections. He's a Cincinnatian, and he's all about it. It's not really chili per se.
More like just
it's kind of like, it's almost a cross between like a traditional meat sauce, and chili, and then they put it over spaghetti. I don't find it appalling. I actually find it to be quite tasty, but the chili has kind of it has a different flavoring, different seasoning to it. Like there's some cinnamon in there. It's kind of got a sweetness to it. And then they put it over spaghetti, and it kind of looks like when Buddy the Elf puts syrup on his spaghetti for a little bit, so it's kind of funky, but when in Rome. And I found it pretty tasty when made by a native Cincinnatian. So I will not trash it. I don't think I would buy Skyline chili in a can and dump it on spaghetti. That sounds disgusting. But homemade, it was quite good. They also have those Grippo's potato chips, very thick kettle chips with what you can only describe as an obscene amount of barbecue seasoning, dry you out amount, and they're pretty tasty. But you'll also be gasping for water at the end. We got Ray Alonso checking in. He's on the Irish. Tim Alonso, rest in peace, my friend. I know you're watching tonight, and big Fighting Irish fan. And hope they win it for Timmy for the Gippa.
So on the chat, how many people when they first saw the Ohio State football stickers thought that was a weed?
Oh yeah. I think I probably would have thought that if I wasn't if I didn't first see it when I was a kid. If I knew what a pot leaf looked like the first time I saw it, I definitely would have thought that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
Libby. Why are you in the comments and not in here, buddy?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I was trying to
because you're
figure out
watching
what
with your Italian friend Cheryl, who puts it in her red sauce.
it's funky, but it's good. Greek chili.
Greek chili.
Yeah, I'm a foodie, so I'm down to try anything once.
Yeah, except I think I'm out on squirrel. There's
I've
been a
had
lot
squirrel
of talk
before.
about squirrel lately because Xavier Leggett, you know.
Yeah, I've had
You
squirrel
ate
before.
squirrel before?
Wasn't too
How
bad.
was it?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was too bad. When I was in high school, in Hardy with my buddy, they killed a squirrel and then they skinned it and cooked it. It was pretty good.
I don't doubt that. I mean, when in the Ville, when in Rome, when in the Ville, do as the villains do.
Matter of
Right?
fact, I need to go ahead and see if you guys can
Olivia's at
put that on the
work.
menu
That's
for
right.
next season.
When in the
Libby
Ville
is at
do
work
as-
and Libby is talking in third person. You know he's full of himself. Now
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll
Well,
talk in
I
third
did
person the
refer
rest
to
of the night.
Libby.
I want him
What's
to
that?
talk in I want him to talk in third person the rest of the night.
Oh yeah, like Larry, David. It's a good opening drive from Notre Dame, even if they
Yeah, it
don't
is.
cash in. Just flipping the field and controlling possession is huge.
Yeah, and I think,
and
by the way, the
Let-
gold nameplates on the back of those jerseys, whoever did that, kudos to you. It looks
yeah, that's
absolutely
cold.
beautiful.
That's cold. That's
Yeah,
cold.
like I mean, it
It
probably
looks really
costs like
nice.
50 grand each letter because
Oh
I'm
god,
pretty sure
yeah,
it's
and
pure gold.
I don't even want to know how much they spend in gold paint just to keep these helmets looking like this
Yeah,
every week.
like it's insane. You know, first world problems.
They are beautiful though. You got to
Mhm.
appreciate the simplicity
Yeah.
of the
Yeah, the
Notre
gold,
Dame.
the gold names accent, beautiful accent to the jerseys.
Kevin adores the Misa. I feel like we just went into Jar Jar Binks all of a sudden.
It does.
Kevin adores the Misa.
Nah,
Jar Jar Binks.
So I'm
Jar Jar
hoping
Binks.
that this is a very offensive game. I don't think it will be though.
I don't either. I'm afraid it's going to be a little low scoring.
Yeah,
but this first drive from Notre Dame is encouraging.
it is.
As far as the over goes. I mean, if you're rooting for a high scoring game,
Yeah.
I don't bet on football games because it would just be an anxiety attack the whole time. I can barely do the little parlays for $1 where I just bet.
I'm not
3
even
guys.
touching those.
I'll just throw $1 on one every now and then.
Great.
Jakai's probably hitting them parlays left and right. I got to start tailing him.
Jakai, what parlays did you hit tonight, Jakai? What parlays you put on tonight?
I haven't hit tonight, but what was it yesterday? I hit on some MMA picks.
Oh,
that was pretty good.
Man, one of my guys
MMA picks on a Sunday. Okay.
One of my guys was begging me to. One of my guys was begging me for English football updates because he had parlays going on. And I was like, bro, you don't know nothing about that. What are you doing betting those? He goes, no, I hit on a couple of them yesterday.
I feel like soccer's hit or miss.
That's what I feel like. It's way too unpredictable.
I'm staying away from those parlays. Staying away.
Yeah, there's no good that comes from it. Not in the end. Them things are built on losers, not winners.
It's a great QB sneak there.
Yeah, it is.
Notre Dame's O-line
That
just bullied.
That O-line's getting after it right now.
Bullied them. Just bullied them.
So we had a JV boys tournament in the Ville.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was going to try and make it out today, but I got caught up in other stuff we're doing here for the Storm. And I heard about the dunk contest, and I was like, why are you doing a dunk contest in a JV game? Like, what are we doing?
That was what I thought until we did it.
Guy, you know.
Well, he's not 7'2". He's
Bull over there at Hardyville.
Bull's only 6'5". He just looks taller.
He's only 6'5".
Bull to run. Yeah,
I imagine a 6'5" JV player against like an 8th grader who's like 5'1".
No, we was playing Johnson. We was playing Johnson and Groves, man. Their JVs are legit.
Hey, but kudos to Hardyville. From what I heard, it was a very successful event. So kudos to Hardyville on the second year JV program, but hosting an event like that over MLK weekend and making it a success. That's a recipe for growth right there. And hopefully they keep doing that in the future, especially for JV because it's so hard to get JV games around here.
I think the mastermind will be joining us at some point tonight, Coach Raley.
Raley Charter Services?
He's already got a set. No, the other Raley, Blake, not Blaine. And he's already got it set up with an 8-teamer. Bracket's already made for JV tournament next MLK, and we're working on an 8-team tournament pre-Christmas as well.
Nice.
Come to the Ville. There you go. Here's the dunk contest. Right? This was the finals. Yeah, there were a lot of great dunks. I'll have to get the others off the camera. I haven't yet, but this was the final round. Johnson.
Here's Bobo.
Thomas from Johnson. Here comes Bobo. Daniel Briscoe. Oh, authority. Finds me. Oh, I appreciate it. The only thing missing is that he didn't give me a 1L. Needed a 1L.
Here's the thing,
that was all I needed.
The fan reaction, beautiful. That's how it should be.
And then here we go. The Dunkin' Donuts.
A box of donuts?
A box of Dunkin' Donuts.
That's crazy.
Is that sponsored? Wait, Justin, is that sponsored? Because if not, we're going to bleep out the company name to get a sponsor next year.
No free promo.
No free promos.
Hey, speak of the devil. Mr. Raley has just asked me what time is the cast, and I said, "Get on now. We're talking about you."
Oh man.
Oh shoot! I may not have sent him the link. It's possible. There were a lot of invitations going out.
We have our first live update of the match game. Sorry, wrong football.
No, you can say match. It's okay. I like having a soccer talker on here. Hold on. What do you have, Misa?
Riley Leonard has scored for Notre Dame on a 2-yard quarterback run to put the Irish up 6-0 on an 18-play drive. Good gracious.
Yeah, that was an authoritative statement-making drive. Yeah, they ate up 2/3 of the first quarter. Unreal drive from Notre Dame. I mean, they couldn't have scripted it better.
That's a great opening drive to kind of just push your bar. Hey, we're going to bully y'all today. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Now Notre Dame's defense is very sus. So we're going to see how they do with Ohio State's offense.
Well, they've played really well of late, though. Yeah. I mean, obviously they got torched by Northern Illinois, so that was very sus. But they played really well lately. And hey, we have a new friend joining us, and he's happy and also upset right now because Notre Dame is on the board, but Ohio State is not. Well, there he is. Marcus Walsh, what's up, buddy?
I'm trying to show you guys my shirt that I have on. It happens to be there's the emblem. You see that?
Yep.
Got the Ohio State. And if you take a look at the tie, Irish, there's shamrocks on it.
There you go.
So I'm covering both bases.
All right. So you're with whoever Jesus is with tonight.
Well, I know who Jesus is with. Just saying. Here's the deal, and I actually did.
How funny is it going to be though if Ohio State wins and they cut to the post-game interview, and the person, whoever they're talking to, says, "Well, first I want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." No, he was rooting for the other team, man.
Yeah, I get it.
No, that was touchdown Jesus tonight. If they lose,
yeah. Here's the thing, though. I talked about it, did a Facebook Live update because, by the way, our WHHI basketball schedule has changed again. So I had to,
save it for another day.
Yes, of course, but I had to talk about that a little bit. Had to talk a little bit of NFL. Like, holy crap, this is crazy. What's going on with the NFL playoffs? And then I got into this game. I've seen Ohio State, and athletically, Ohio State has more. Notre Dame is extremely talented, but Ohio State has more physicality. They've got more edge. You just see that. But who has played better throughout the course of the entire season? I said when it comes to that, I give the edge to Notre Dame. Yes, they lost week 2 Well, here's the thing. Yes, they lost week 2 to Northern Illinois, and that boggled my mind.
Yeah.
Yes, Ohio State lost close to, or obviously they lost to Michigan, which was inexcusable.
Right.
And then they
Yeah.
lost very close to Oregon, but they could have lost. They didn't, but they could have lost to Penn State, and they could have lost to Nebraska. Those
Yeah.
games, in my opinion, were way too close than they should have been.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They've
looking at
underachieved for
the whole
sure. And
totality, Ohio State has more, but they underachieved. Notre Dame has just been on fire since that
yeah.
week 2 loss. This Notre Dame team reminds me a lot of the team that got waxed by Alabama. Oh, by the way, it happened in the national championship game.
Right. Yeah.
And when
I
they
don't know.
beat
The way they
Oklahoma
just
that
started this
year,
game was very impressive.
it's very
Yeah,
true.
18 yards, 18 plays.
So absolutely, the way that Notre Dame beat Oklahoma that year en route to the national
Holy shit.
championship game, that made me think, hey, this team could really be for real. But bottom line, I was born and raised in Ohio, but I also, as I've said before, am part of a huge Notre Dame fan base of Roman Catholic Irish folk. So the last time that Notre Dame won a championship, I was in diapers. I think I said this to you guys the other night. It was January of '89. I was in diapers. I just joked with my dad. I said I probably didn't watch any
Tim
of that game,
Brown.
did I? And he said, maybe you did. Who knows? So there's that element to it, of course, as well. And actually, I just in doing some work and prepping for this game. Today was actually the 12-year anniversary. We're talking within the last few hours of my paternal grandmother's death.
Oh, wow.
For these two teams to be playing on this night for this game and for all the marbles, I mean, my grandparents are thrilled, and they're looking down and they're watching over
Yeah.
me and my family, here in South Carolina. Actually, I'm the only Walsh in South Carolina right now. My parents are still in New Hampshire. I've got family all over the east side, some family just all over, and no doubt Marjorie, Lou, and Thomas James Walsh Jr. are looking down. And
Right on.
Notre Dame obviously off to a great start. Ohio State came out really aggressive, I thought, on defense to start the drive, but Riley Leonard and company, man, they just keep
Yeah,
on.
He made some
And
plays on
obviously him
third down.
sneaking.
Yeah, he made some plays on third down, either
Yeah.
with his legs. Well, all of them with his legs, because sometimes it was getting out of the pocket and finding a guy late and converting. So if he can play like that, they're in really good shape. I wasn't sure coming into the game whether he was up to the task tonight to keep
Right.
pace, but that was a great opening sequence for them. We were talking earlier about the man behind the JV dunk contest that brought down the house on the Ville. He's in the green room. Coach Raley, the boss man. What's up, buddy?
It's been a long weekend, JJ. That's what.
Yes, it has. Been
It
busy
sure
at
has,
the Ville.
Coach.
You got to show your face for the people, okay? That you're new here. People don't
Come on,
know
Raley.
you.
All right, man.
You
I'm
know,
trying to get situated. I've got a half a day of school to plan tomorrow.
That's true.
That means you got to work half as hard.
Wow.
That's a full
By
day.
the way,
man.
we should, for anyone in the area who doesn't know, Beaufort County, Jasper County, Hampton, and Colleton counties, I believe, are all half day tomorrow.
And the private schools as well.
And the private schools as well will be half day tomorrow. And then, as far as I know, it will be either closed Wednesday or it'll be.
I've heard
computer.
heard either closed or virtual.
Yeah, virtual learning potentially.
So I can clarify that because I have children in Beaufort County and I work in Jasper County. I'm working on a ticker at Kevin Libby's. To his delight, I'm sure it will be weather
Kevin,
cancellations ticker.
Get in here, man.
He's working.
But he's at work. He's at work, bro.
He's
We've already
working,
been through
Max.
this.
Oh,
We've already been through this. Ohio State taking over on the 25 after. Did you see a kickoff by Jeter, by the way? He hooked that thing right inside the pylon into the end zone. That was amazing.
That dude's got a leg.
Ooh. Now that he's healthy, he's lethal. He was messed up. But yeah, Beaufort and Jasper will both be early dismissal on Tuesday. And then the snowpocalypse hits the Lowco, and
I got my
it's
big
gonna be
flannel ready
Wednesday
for
we'll
tomorrow.
have e-learning on Wednesday,
Yeah.
which there will not be a lot of e-learning if there's snow, because them trying getting out in that snow.
Is this
No,
going to
man.
be your first e-learning experience as a teacher, JJ?
No, we had a hurricane already right out the gate.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, had all that crap back in
Yeah,
the
and I
fall.
also
Yeah,
experienced
yeah.
e-learning
It
as
was
a
crap.
parent during COVID.
Anyway,
No, yeah, no doubt. I was talking on the teacher side of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Yeah.
it looks like the snow's coming earlier than I think they were expecting. They were expecting late Tuesday night. They're now thinking more late Tuesday evening.
Well, our assignment is easy. Video one another being fools in the snow and
I
send
will-
it to me.
Yeah, I will also let everyone know because I am a worker for Beaufort County government. All government facilities as well as parks and recreation facilities will be closed all of Tuesday. Well, Tuesday morning we have work, but we're not going to be doing anything. Then they will be closed the rest of Tuesday and all of Wednesday as well. So for any of you who love using the parks and recreation facilities throughout Beaufort County, those will be closed, including the parks as well.
Speaking of, Max, do you have a heater yet?
No, I do not.
great question.
So,
Oh no.
I'm broke, man.
You gotta create a GoFundMe for Max. Get Max
tomorrow,
Larage a heater.
Live on Lowco tomorrow night, we will see Max turn into a snowman live on Lowco Lowdown.
Actually, wait. If you really want me to turn into one now, give me a second.
Whoa!
Hey,
we
Look,
have children.
I would have sent around the collection plate at the game for you calling play-by-play on the last game. That was good.
Raley,
Yeah.
Justin wants to add squirrel to the menu
There you
for
go.
concessions at Hardyville.
We got squirrel.
He
Yeah.
wants to add
Well,
squirrel
Garzon tells me squirrel's pretty good. He tells me I should try
Squirrel
it. So he
dumplings.
said,
I've heard that it is good. I've never tried it.
he said he had some in the Ville once. Some old boy in the Ville killed one and skinned it and cooked it.
JJ, I
I've
tried
had
it in your
squirrel
class.
before. It's
I
not
know.
bad.
Squirrel
It's
dumplings.
like the
I told you.
equivalency of an appetizer, I've heard. There's not much meat on those little things.
I
Little
understand why I'm
squirrel
going to dumpling. I mean, the mystery meat in like dumplings
Boy,
is
Squirrel dumpling,
know,
man.
Ohio State is moving.
might as
this
well
ball
be
down the
squirrel.
field.
Wouldn't know the
Boy.
difference.
Squirrel dumpling.
Great play.
Might have to
Raley,
get some turtle soup the next time I'm in Canton.
Raley, who you going for?
By the way, Misa,
Man.
if you wanted me to look somewhat like I'm in the snow and look as close as I can to an icicle, this is the background I got for you.
I like it.
Look, I was trying to figure out how I made it to Georgia, and Max wasn't here already when I got on. So I really thought he really took me and JJ serious, and he did the red damn car chase.
The red damn
No,
car.
I was worried.
Dude, there was
I didn't see him.
There was a nope rope on the red damn road today. I
Oh
don't know what it
my!
was. It was like
Buckeyes
red, white,
with a
and
big
black.
chunk play.
What was it?
A snake.
Ohio State with a big chunk play down to the 25.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, there was a snake in the middle of red
Dude,
damn when I came
tackle
out.
someone, will you? Jeez.
Here we go. We were watching it earlier, but here you go, Rayleigh. Your coup de grace, the only principal / acting AD in America crazy enough to do a JV dunk contest, and it just brings down the house. Absolutely unreal. Bol king of the world right now. Oh! You can hear
Good
Max.
Lord!
Max said, "Shut it down." Max said, "Shut it down."
Max said, "It's over. Let's go home. Let's go home."
Honestly, that dunk, that sent.
Wow.
That should have sent
Check out the
everyone home.
prize. Check out the prize.
Look at the prize.
Yeah, prize.
Duncan.
Dozen
Duncan for Dunkins.
Don't name it till we get sponsors.
Yeah, glazed donuts,
Lined up.
baby.
I told
No,
you.
it's a show. It's a show of faith. Show of good faith.
It's gonna happen.
Duncan for
Hey,
Dunkins.
Duncan.
I like it.
By the way,
Jay Duncan sponsor next year's dunk contest.
That's right.
By the way, I
Dunkin'
don't know,
Donuts
Justin, if
dunk
you knew,
contest.
Bobo did get some clips from the final game, which, by the way,
I
what a
heard.
great tournament. What a fantastic tournament it was. So many great games. We had multiple overtime games in this tournament. We also had the final game come down to the wire. I mean, I thought for a second that Groves High School, who won it all, I thought for a second it was going to be a close one between them and Johnson High School, and for a second it was looking like it was going to be all Groves, and then Johnson came back towards the end and made it a 2-point game towards the end. Really, really impressive, really fun tournament. I'm excited to do that next year because that was fun, and I think next year I'll do the announcing for all the games because I think that would be really, really fun, and hopefully some more people show up. But
Raley's putting it in writing.
Oh yeah,
signed up.
I mean, being that I work for Beaver County, if it's on MLK Day, then I'm gonna be there. I don't have to work that day, so I'll be there for the entire tournament if I have to.
Well, this one's expand. We're expanding it. It's already expanded.
It's 8.
Ooh.
It's already going
expanded.
to 8. And we're planning an 8-team varsity tournament over, right before Christmas.
And hopefully by then
you're smoking butts for all of them, right?
I mean, Max. Your weekend started Friday night picking off the
right.
butt.
Yep, pretty much. And my weekend's going to be continuing through tomorrow and Wednesday. So it's what almost 7-day, almost what a 5-day weekend, something like that.
Come to the Ville and hang out in the morning.
Saturday, weekend. 6-day weekend.
I think you should come to the Ville tomorrow morning, don't you, Raley? Keep the streak going. Help us with the half game.
You got to collect all the film from this weekend. Y'all got to put it together.
Well, I'll be keeping the streak going on Saturday because we got a big one going on Saturday between the Hardyville Hurricanes and the Jaguars of Ridgeland High School.
That is going to be big.
Fun. It's going to be packed in there. I can't wait to see that place packed. I said to Rayleigh, I was like, if we had 2 people from Justin's class that could do commentating, and we had a PA announcer for that game, it'd make the game so much fun. It'd be so much fun to do. I'm gonna be excited because I'll be on the play-by-play call. Me and Justin are trying to work on streaming that game for Jasper County and for anyone who can't make that game in the Jasper.
We're gonna get it up and running at some point, if not this week.
Because this will be, in terms of men's sports, this will be the first time these two have played each other because obviously the football game was canceled. So
Kevin's right, by the way.
Right. Kevin
6-day weekend.
Kevin brings up a good point. A
vacation.
6-day weekend is a vacation, bro.
It is
That's
a vacation.
right.
But the problem is I'm not getting paid. I don't get paid time for vacation.
I don't either.
I
don't either, my man.
I was dubious about the idea of a JV tournament. If I'm being honest, I was a little dubious at first about the idea of a JV boys tournament because I was like, man, usually I just want the JV boys game to get over. But the matchups were really good, and it was good basketball. It was good basketball. Every game came down to the wire today, right? Like, Canes lost a double overtime thriller to Johnson, and then
we had 2 buzzer beaters.
The Bluffton game, I got one of them here. Bluffton game. Were they down 2 or tied? They were down 2, right? 3 from the corner 3.
Corner 3.
Nailed it. Game winner.
That was the 5th place game. That was the 5th place game.
Yeah, and my buddy Robbie Hughes, whose son hit the 3 there, he said as they were going to overtime, this is the most intense 5th place JV basketball game I've ever seen. It was great. It was great. There's some good young talent on those teams.
These teams went all out for it. It was so much fun, and I'm excited for next year's tournament because that's gonna adding on teams is gonna be even more fun and exciting.
No doubt.
I'm excited.
Second quarter begins.
By the way,
knocking on the door at the 13.
Yep, red zone, baby.
And then Canes got beat on a buzzer beater 3 by Hampton. That was amazing. I don't have video of that, but that was amazing.
I missed it too.
Yeah, I missed it as well, guys. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you told me you was gonna pull up.
I was gonna try to, but look, I spent
buzzer beater too.
My whole morning was we're doing a shelter at my church here in Ridgeland for the next few days. So I've been working. I was in a meeting this morning, and I've been working all day to get that done. This is my first time where I'm like able to sit down and do something that's not making sure that our shelter is going, because since we're advertising, there will be a shelter in Ridgeland from 6 p.m. tomorrow up until Thursday 8 a.m. If you need to shelter at Kingdom Touch Ministries, which is, 67.
Jeremiah Smith touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah,
Whoa, Max, but spoiler alert.
What?
Yeah, that's spoiler alert for me too.
That's not my problem.
But
Max,
I'm just
Josiah,
saying. He's wide open. There you
count
go.
to 20 before you say something.
Yeah, you got to give it a little bit because we don't know if
Simulcast.
everybody's seeing it at the same time.
Josiah,
all a little off.
I'll make sure you got VIP tickets at the door on Saturday evening.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be there.
You're gonna put him in the seat of honor where that you once had.
Yeah.
Should I bring my Jaguars gear or my May River gear? Which one would get me booed the most?
Man,
Jags.
you can only bring Jags gear, Bo.
It's Jags. It's got to be Jags.
Yeah.
I don't have any Canes gear, so I'm not saying I haven't gotten Canes gear, even though I've been a behind the scenes supporter of Canes for ages.
Hey,
but I don't have any Canes
stop by, pop by Canes Inc. We'll get you set up.
I got to get myself set up.
You a schmedium? Are you a schmedium?
Medium.
Medium.
Oh, Max, we got. Don't worry, we got a PA package, so you're good.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it comes with hand heaters.
There might be some
Fair
more
enough.
in the pocket.
Hey, I'm sold. If it's got head heaters, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we do have hoodies or sweatshirts with pockets.
I do have a very important question to ask the group, though. So Jakai might be able to chip in the push on this. As you may or may not know, there was an allegation that the Notre Dame coach, Marcus Freeman, the very elegant coach, may or may not have been dyeing his hair. You guys didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You guys didn't hear about
Yeah,
that?
but
Oh,
it was James
Google
Franklin
it.
who was levying these charges,
no.
right?
Google right now. Google
I don't give
hair dye. He is way
James
too young
Franklin.
to be
He
dyeing
needs
his hair.
to shut up. Ugh.
I bet you if James Franklin had hair, he'd be dyeing it too. I'm not gonna lie. It's just.
I tell you what, that guy.
What a.
And obviously, with Notre Dame playing Penn State, he was obviously just chirping and whatever. He has yet to win a big game in his own right.
He won a big game this year.
Wait, what?
Against who?
Not a huge
looking at
big game, I guess.
I do not
Justin
understand.
Googled Marcus Freeman's hair dye job. But it's
Yeah,
Marcus.
I do not understand what I'm looking at right now. What is this?
Oh,
Is that real?
It's
It
definitely
has
hair dye.
uncanny
Help me out
valley
here.
to it.
Why
Kyle,
does that
let's
look
bring
like
some diversity to this show.
It does.
Hair dye.
I did search though. It does like he dyed it black. It looks too
Why
black.
does he look like? Why does those graphics? Why does he look like he's like?
Yeah, the
in
graphics look really weird.
NCAA? Why does he look like
It's
he's in the NCAA video game?
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's uncanny
Yes.
valley. It's uncanny
Yeah.
valley for me. It doesn't look real. It
Oh,
looks like
no.
AI.
Yeah, that's AI. It's got to be.
No, that's him.
Is
That's
that
him.
really?
I
Man,
guarantee
I
you.
don't know.
I
It's
guarantee
probably
you,
just wet
it
hair.
started dripping. It started dripping as he was sweating. All that
Was it
hair
really?
dye.
I mean, it looks like Giuliani at the
No.
garden. You know,
All I'm saying is, if you get your hair cut at Jay's Barbershop in Ridgeland, tell it to our sponsor, they may or may not be able to get you some hair dye. I'm just saying. Go to a barbershop, you know what we're talking about.
There are a lot of them.
Some hair dye.
I've colored my hair before. There's no issue with that. You know?
No, there isn't. Just when it's
Have
too
no
much
problem.
like Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, that's true.
he needs to let it go gray, man.
But Marcus, hold on, Marcus, question for you.
I'm done.
I want you to put yourself in Marcus Walsh minutes after Michigan upset Ohio State earlier this year. I want you to put yourself in that mode, in that mindset.
Right.
At that moment, would you prefer Ryan Day as your head coach or James Franklin as your head coach?
Oh, I mean, to me, there's no doubt I would go Ryan Day, despite how a lot of people, myself included, that are fans, just went all in on him. But we have a very good point, and I've said it on this show. Obviously, Ryan Day, win, lose, or draw, is going to continue on at Ohio State. One of these days, he's going to have to beat Michigan. And the one guy I can think of is John Cooper. John Cooper, I think he beat Michigan a couple of times, but for the most part, he was terrible against Michigan, and he was terrible in bowl games. And Ryan Day's been pretty good in bowl games overall. But against Michigan, he's been terrible. And the one year that he did beat Michigan, which was his first, it wasn't even his team. It was Urban Meyer's team.
Yeah, it was.
So he's got to beat Michigan to keep on with that legacy to possibly get to a point of being like Urban Meyer, being like Jim Tressel, being like Woody Hayes, no matter what happens tonight. You got to beat the maize and blue.
Let me just say this. He's never going to get there. By the way, if he loses to Penn State next year, that could be the end of his time at Ohio State. I'm just saying.
I don't see that being the factor. It's Michigan
No, it's
because at the end of the day, Max,
it's all Michigan though. That's
it's
all
not
that matters.
Michigan State, it's not Penn State, it's not Iowa, it's not Cincinnati, it's not even Notre Dame. The game that Ohio State looks forward to the most, especially in football, is Michigan. That's the rivalry.
It's like Alabama Auburn in the sense. Well, and Raley, you can attest to the Alabama Auburn situation, but it's the same kind of deal, right? Like you cannot lose to.
And he has
Auburn.
beaten Penn State. By the way,
I remember 6.
We should remind everyone that Marcus, about what, a month and a half, like what was it, just over a month ago, the Michigan game?
Oh yeah, he was ready to send Ryan Day packing.
You wanted to fire him,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I was ready to have him leave Columbus for good, but obviously they proved me wrong, and I've owned up to that. I have come out on multiple platforms and said I was wrong. Trust me, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't disagree.
If he loses this game, is he back on the hot seat, or is he good for another year?
If he loses this game, he's good, but he better dang well beat Michigan next year.
I will say this: if I'll ask Marcus this, if he had lost to Oregon for whatever reason, if he had lost to Oregon, where would he be sitting? Like
if he would have
simulcast.
If he would have lost to Oregon in the Rose Bowl after beating
Hilton Head
Tennessee,
resident Ryan Day,
the way he did, I don't want to say that would have sealed it for him, but it would have made it a lot easier to say that. Obviously, Tennessee is a little bit more inferior than Oregon or Texas or Notre Dame. But you look at what they've done ever since the Michigan loss, it's a completely different team. I didn't watch as much Ohio State football this year as I have in years past, but when they beat Tennessee, when they beat Oregon, when they beat Texas, I was like, where was this team against Michigan? Where was this team against Nebraska? Where was this team against Penn State? And where was this team finishing it off against Oregon? I get it. Oregon in that ball game back in October, they were just like Ohio State. It was whoever had the ball last. It was point. Yeah, It's like a volleyball match.
I think that's where you have to question the coaching a little bit. When you know that you have elite talent,
when you can't get a stop,
underachieving, that's on the coach. But Raley, what'd you do to them trees, Paul?
Poison them, Paul.
Not poison them trees, Paul.
Told you,
hey, Paul, fine ball.
They're gonna die, Paul.
I told you, Jakai, what I tell you in the pregame.
Now,
Jakai, you want to handle this?
They start doing their own little quotes that we don't get.
Jakai, you want to handle?
Deal with this,
Jakai, you want to handle Ryan Day's fashion?
So rivalry games, rivalry teams. I remember when the Honorable Congressman Tommy Tuberville, who really lives.
Whoa! Hold on, cut his mic. He said honorable.
Back that up.
Who actually still lives in Florida, but he's congressman for Alabama. I don't know how. Anyway, he beat Bama 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost to Auburn 6 times in a row. I mean, there's been coaches who got bricks thrown through their windows in Tuscaloosa for losing to Auburn. I mean, ask Bill Curry.
I'm sure Mike Shula's one of them.
Mike Shula had a little grace. He had a little grace.
So let me ask y'all this, Raley and Marcus.
Mike Riley did not.
Would you take, as a Bama fan, losing to Auburn every year if it guaranteed you a national championship? Marcus, same thing. Would you take losing to Michigan every year if it guaranteed you a national championship? What's more important as a fan?
That's so good.
I mean,
Good question.
every
you can
year.
only win a national championship if you lose to your biggest rival.
Yeah.
What you got?
Hopefully,
you can't win
I'm
both
beating
in the
Auburn
same year
to get to the
ever.
play. You know, maybe I'm beating Auburn to get in the playoffs.
But if you beat
Yeah, but
Auburn, you're not winning a national championship. That's the
Yeah,
deal.
the fates
What
have
you
already
got?
decided you can only win one or the other, the rivalry game or the national championship.
I mean, until expanded playoff, I think most people would say national championship. But
Right.
That's
you know,
that's right.
I would say everybody would say national.
I agree with
championship.
Coach.
I don't know. It'd be the same for like Clemson. If you had to lose to South Carolina every year and then you just got to win the national championship, you know, like 4 weeks later. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
That's definitely a catch-22 if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't play
that's a tough
Kansas in football anymore.
No, jeez.
Amen to that, JJ.
I mean, if we're considering Arkansas,
I'm with you, and I'm not
rival,
even a Mizzou guy.
If Arkansas is our big rival, then yeah, I'll take the L to Arkansas in exchange for the Natty all day. But if we're talking about Kansas, it's a little bit more of a dilemma. If we're talking about South Carolina, same, because that's my biggest game of my year every year, because I'm going to have to hear about it if we lose to them. So, and I heard about this year because
Rizan, we gonna get JJ to do a soccer show preseason.
I don't know. We're trying to bring back Loco FC.
Loco FC is ready to fire up with sponsorship, so let's go. We'll get some sponsors. We'll get Loco FC rolling again.
Trying to bring in more
Max
sponsors.
is in on Loco FC. Heck, Jakai's a soccer guy, so he may be in on Loco FC. We'll have a whole crew.
We should get Jakai to do the intro video.
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah.
Get Jakai
absolutely.
Loco FC.
I like that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
By the way, I just saw Ryan Day for the first time. I kind of agree with who posted. Was that?
Oh, he's atrocious. And I mean, stop with the Botox, bro. It's tight enough. It's tight enough.
Gotta work on the beard too. You know, grow that thing out a little bit. Add a little just for men. That thing.
He
Get
looks
a little,
like,
he might
beard
have some
bulbs
down
on.
that
Fill
beard
that
too.
baby in.
He looks like he has a permanent Snapchat
there is
filter
another
that
option,
the
Marcus.
middle-aged women use.
There
It
is
just
another
softens
option, Marcus.
everything, puts a little glow to it, a little halo.
There's another option.
Goodness.
Option 3 would be he just, retires.
Or just go with the goatee.
Or that too. Or you could just retire from football so we never have to see his face again and then just bring Urban Meyer back.
That ain't happening.
He's not coming back.
That is not
he's
happening.
never coming back.
If
He's never
there
coming
was a
back.
bar near the campus, he's not coming back.
That actually begs the question. If Ryan Day, for whatever reason, got fired, which is not happening anytime soon, but if he did, Marcus, who would be your first pick to be the next head coach?
James
Well,
Franklin.
I was really high. What was that?
James
He
Franklin.
said James Franklin.
No, absolutely not. No way. I was really high, certainly on Mike Vrabel, but he ended up getting the NFL job.
Yeah.
Tell you a name, and it's a name that I've always been very proud of as long as I've known of this guy. I never had a chance to meet him because I was quite a bit younger. I've talked about my connections with, BJ Payne, growing up in the same area. Iowa State head coach Matt Campbell went to my alma mater. I think when he was in high school, I was in maybe 5th grade. So he's probably about 10 years or so older than me. But he was another one that I was strongly thinking, if he was to get away from Iowa State, and even before he got the Iowa State job, I was like, we need to scoop up Matt Campbell. So he would be one if he was to ever leave Ames, and something happened where Ohio State was looking for a new guy. He would be one to think of.
That's a good one. There's another name that comes to
Brian
mind.
Hartline. There's been a lot of talk about him, but I think he went off towards the NFL.
There's another name that I'm thinking of now. This is a bit of a long shot, but Pete Carroll. He's on the coaching cycle right now.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Option.
Well, but
I don't think
it's
he's
sort
ever
of
coming back.
I don't see him going back to
it's
college.
sort of irrelevant to even discuss who's available now when
No, but I'm just
they're not
saying,
going to
like,
have an
if that
opening
came to
now.
be-
So, like, Pete Carroll is probably, I mean, if he's going to get a job, he's going to get it now. It's not going to be a year from now or 2
Yeah, but
years
the
from now
question
or
would be
whenever they're
where?
moving on
Where's
from
he gonna
today.
go?
NFL
go?
over college.
We know the
certainly.
Chicago Bears.
Although,
were
I will
going-
say, if the Belichick thing works at North Carolina, there's going to be copycats, and they're going to bring a bunch of
no question.
recently retired NFL coaches over, or
it's why I put Pete Carroll out there. That was like the reason I put him out there.
Yeah.
I thought,
but he's looking right now, and Day's
Yeah.
not going anywhere right now. So, like, if he's
Right.
going to find, I mean, maybe if he's still
the question
available a year
was-
from now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Justin. The question was if, like, it's not happening anytime
Yeah.
soon. That's obvious. But like, if that came,
Right.
to
I'm
be,
just saying, like, it's
I
hard
think,
to
like, if
to
Bill Belichick's
speculate.
idea worked. Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to speculate because you don't know who
Boy,
will be
man, dude,
available
Ohio
when
State,
the opening
it's just
exists.
moving this ball down the field.
So
My
is there any big time coaches at college that are maybe make the jump to the NFL right now?
Nah, I don't see anybody.
Because
I mean, Dion,
Yeah.
prime.
new
He's
coach
coming.
New coach, your coach leaves, new coach comes in. That transfer portal opens for 30 days.
Also,
Yeah.
what is Colorado going to do if Deion Sanders leaves? That's the other thing.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Go
Who
back to
knows?
playing intramurals, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
it's going
Dan
to be
Hawkins,
like that.
Dan
Back
Hawkins
to the
reference.
one-win
This ain't
seasons, ladies
intramurals,
and
brother.
gentlemen.
Right.
Honestly,
Right,
it would be.
I gotta go work, guys.
Oh, what a dart.
Yeah, what a throw.
You got to go to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Was
Yeah,
probably
I'm
what you
going
were
to
just
work.
referring to, Max.
All right,
Right on the
Noah.
sideline.
See you in the morning.
All right, Raley.
All right, brother. Appreciate y'all's
All right.
help.
Yes, sir.
Later, really.
All right, y'all.
All right. Boss man signing off. You got to go get the school ready.
Ohio State's moving that ball down the field.
Yeah, they are.
And they're
Yeah,
moving it
they're
quick,
carving them
too.
up right now.
I will say there was other football this past weekend in the NFL. We had the what was
Some
it, the
great
divisional
games.
rounds or whatever. And
Divisional round. Yeah, best weekend in the NFL.
Yep, it is, and it
Without
certainly
question.
was. Great win for the Kansas City Chiefs over the Houston Texans. Although I don't know, Justin may think this. I feel like it was a little too close for comfort against the Texans.
Yeah, a little bit,
I would
but
agree.
But I have a
They're
feeling
going to have their
they're
hands
gonna
full
have-
with Buffalo.
They're gonna have a
For
good
sure.
game against that Buffalo game is gonna be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
The Commanders, I think, were the surprise party of last weekend
Oh,
as
yeah.
they beat
No
the
question.
number one team, the Detroit Lions, who were my pick to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So that ruins my chances of
Here's
I had a
here's my
feeling their magic was going to
here's
run out.
my question, Max. Were they your postseason pick before the playoffs started, or were they your preseason pick?
They were my preseason pick.
Really?
I had them
Okay.
winning. I thought Detroit was going to be the team to do it because I thought
Nice.
looking at what they did last year, I really thought this team could be something special next season.
If
And
not
Jared
for the
Goff-
injuries, I think they might have.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then the injuries happened. I also
But
had
they
my
ran
Falcons
into a buzzsaw
winning
with
the NFC.
Daniels.
Yeah, I also
Daniels
had my Falcons winning.
is.
Yeah,
I tell you what, as great as Saquon Barkley looks and as great as Jalen Hurts just balled out and that offensive and defensive line of Philadelphia, I wouldn't count Washington out this week
no,
against them.
absolutely not.
I like Washington
They're
this
hot.
week.
They're
Yeah.
hot at the right time. They're getting really
you
hot at
can't
the right
get
time.
their offense off the field. It's impossible. If
mean,
I
they've
mean,
been
you've
hot.
got to.
Yes.
You got to stop them 4 times every
Yeah.
time, and because if
They've
they
been
get
hot
to
all season
3rd and
long,
6,
but-
they'll get 3 and 3 more, and they'll convert it.
Well, I mean, look,
Um,
they've been hot all season long, and they just got to another level when the playoffs started. Like,
Yes.
they're the hottest I've seen them this season. So
Oh,
I'm
by
very intrigued
far.
by that game. Yeah, wow. Jeez.
I really think that their season turned on that Hail Mary against Chicago.
That
And it
was
ended
something.
Chicago's season,
It
and I think
certainly
it
did.
put them on a
Absolutely.
different trajectory.
Yeah, it took them from first gear all the way to third gear. They skipped a gear with that play.
I wanted
And
to
you know,
lead with
I
it.
love to see
Yeah.
the immediate success of that franchise after Dan Snyder finally had to sell
Oh,
it. It's
I
so
love
funny.
it as well.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I just
screw
wish they
you,
were
Dan
still called
Snyder.
the football team. I liked when they were called the football
I
team.
don't. I disagree with you there.
Commandos.
The
Yeah.
Commandos. The commies. I call them the commies.
With the Commanders getting into the NFC Championship game, I saw a very interesting stat over the weekend, or at least Sunday night or Monday morning, something like that. So with Washington's win, obviously they go to the NFC Championship game. So with them going to the NFC Championship game, every NFC team has been to at least one conference championship game since 1996, except for one team, the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Holy crap.
Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
insane.
it's official. It's official. The Dallas Cowboys are the richest poverty franchise in the NFL right now. I saw that stat and I was like, because the last time they were in an NFC Championship game was 1995. That was the last time they've been to an NFC Championship game.
That was the last time they were in the Super Bowl. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-17.
Yes, that's right.
Neil O'Donnell.
95-96. Neil O'Donnell indeed.
And what makes it worse is that there was always Washington there.
He's in his 50s, ain't he?
There was always Washington there to like, hey, we're not Washington. Things are bad, but we're not Washington. And then in one year, Washington has a quarterback of the future, unless they RG3 him, which I hope they don't. And they're in the NFC Championship game. They've completely changed the culture. Now, I will say, as a person who rooted for a team that was previously coached by Dan Quinn, I don't think they'll make it to the Super Bowl. They're not going to win because he'll find a way to choke it away. But
oh no, Sirianni may be worse.
Thanks, Misa. Appreciate that one, man.
You're welcome. Hey, I suffer too, but you know, therapy helps.
But we all remember 28-3, right?
No, we're not talking about that. We are focusing on the national championship NIL football.
That was a rough night.
That was so sad. And
here's a crazy thing.
Did you call it the NIL football game?
I was at a watch party that night, and in the fourth quarter, we're up 28-23. My buddy was like, "You gotta be celebrating, right?" I was like, "No, I will not celebrate. It's the Falcons. We will find a way to lose this game." And lo and behold, we found a way to lose that game.
See, my wife was of the same opinion, but she was like, "No, it's the Patriots. They're going to win," and she would not let me rest. And man, she was right. She had a sick feeling the whole time.
I happened to be at Coconut Sports Bar at the Hilton Head Beach and Tennis Resort that night.
Nice.
And I was sitting next to a bunch of New England Patriot fans not named Kevin Libby. And they all, as soon as the game ended, they all came up to me. What a game. What a comeback by the Patriots. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, not now. Not now, people. Read the room, please.
That's like
I'm
Nebraska
pissed.
fans, man. Nebraska fans during the Sea of Red days, they'd come to Columbia.
All those Nebraska, Colorado games.
They'd beat you, and then they'd just flood downtown and just be as friendly as could be. Oh, we love your town so much, and just flooding the rest. Oh, just go away, red people. I don't want to look at you anymore. Hate your team. The freaking. Do you guys remember the immaculate deflection, aka the kick six?
Yes.
Nebraska beat Mizzou. When that dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Alabama Auburn kick six.
No.
You're talking.
This was Missouri, Nebraska. 1997 catch. That sounds right. The flea kicker. That's what they called it. Give me 15 seconds and I'll have it for you.
By the way, shout out to Mercedes.
I think Brent Musburger called that game. Brent Musburger and Dan Fouts on ABC.
Was that Misa?
Shout out to Mercedes-Benz Stadium for having the cheapest concession stand prices. I kid you not. Their stuff is cheaper than high school football game prices around here.
Yeah, it is.
I kid you not.
Yeah, and
it's cheaper to get food than a high school game.
Yeah, Misa, I've been to a Falcons game. Their food, despite how cheap it is, freaking phenomenal.
It's
really
good.
food.
It's good. Yeah, you
Yeah, it's
can't
like
beat
the
a
Masters, right?
large cup with unlimited refills for like $6 the whole time you're there.
That's
Dude,
wonderful.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Tom Osborne. Here we
Max
go.
is
Watch
gonna
this
get the heat.
garbage. Watch this garbage. This
The
is
flea
just
kicker.
absurd. Yes. Look, ball hits the man in the foot, pops in the air, and he catches it. We also lost one in Colorado when they got 5 downs at the goal line.
Wow.
Yeah, Mizzou has a truly storied history of just
Ohio State with a
miserable
first down and
losses.
goal
Yeah, Ohio
inside
State
the
is
10-yard line.
having their way right now.
Which quarterback do you trust more in the fourth quarter?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't like either of them, to be honest.
Neither like truly inspires confidence, right?
No,
Like
I don't like
they're
either of them.
both like solid, steady, but like
College quarterbacks.
you just don't fully trust them. But man, it might not matter if they're gonna run the ball like that.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly, I think I would give a slight edge to Riley Leonard.
I
Touchdown,
think so
Buckeyes.
too.
yep.
Yep.
I think I would give a slight edge to Riley Leonard in that. Obviously, what Ohio State has done has been definitely solid for sure. Better than solid, but definitely at another level. I think Riley Leonard is a cool, calm, poised young man. So I would give him the edge in the fourth quarter. But so far, with what they were talking about, which I kind of expected very similarly to what we saw in the Notre Dame, Penn State, and Ohio State, Texas games, we figured this game was going to be back and forth, and whoever could withstand some of these attacks with the interior offensive and defensive lines would get, some pressure and have a chance to make some plays. And it's been back and forth and back and forth. I mean, 13-7 with 6:15 to go in the first half,
Right.
according to what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, 14 now,
Been a
but
good start.
Ohio, what's that?
That's the cups that they give you.
The point after is good.
Oh,
There's
the
6
Mercedes-Benz Cup.
Yeah,
I got
there's $6 a cup, and you get free refills. So you can basically go back to the fountain and just refill your drink whenever you damn well please for $6.
There you go.
And
Solid.
it's huge. It's huge.
I don't know how much they charge for it at end market, but it's the same deal. You just got the big Coke fountains. You can just walk up and get what you want. End market's pretty dope. I got to get to more stuff there. I need to get to a hockey game.
Yeah, I was just, emailed the other day about a great hockey game that was going on the other night there with the Savannah Ghost Pirates. But again, I had dinner plans. If not for that, I may have gone and caught HHCA against Wilson Hall. But I'm looking forward to getting, especially with the fact that I've been to the Savannah Bananas and I know, pre this definitely new banana ball full setup that they've got.
Yeah.
I saw the original, a couple few years back.
CPL Bananas.
Correct. I got to get out to End Market and see the Ghost Pirates. It's been a minute since I was in a hockey rink.
Okay.
Got to go back to my days in college.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's an awesome experience.
Oh, it's great.
My daughter's been to games, but not me. It's good to have friends, right? She's got friends with season tickets,
Go Finley.
Yeah. She's
Nice.
hooked up in the social scene.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Oh, I don't know if you guys know. Speaking of Span Bananas, Grayson Stadium has gotten new additions, more seating. They got a new video board that's going to be behind the center field wall. They've added a lot of stuff, so obviously more tickets will be available now for games that will be in Savannah. So they'll still get sold out within like 5 seconds, but
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's an awesome place.
All over.
Been there, a few times. Actually, the first job that I was trying to get was with the Savannah Bananas, which now that I think back on it would have been quite a hike. from Bluffton and then Hilton Head to Savannah every day, especially with the
Yeah.
fact that yours truly doesn't drive.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would have figured that
So
one out.
it all
That would've
it
been-
all worked out. Well, my mom and dad were willing
Yeah.
to do some
Yeah.
stuff, and then Uber
That'd
came
be-
along. I took my first Uber ride in 2016, and now I have my own personal Uber.
Now
He's the
you're off
best
and
Uber
running.
driver I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. Libby has been known to Uber you from time to time as well.
Yes, he has. That's for sure too.
So I
Especially
feel
during
like
high school
the
football and
Irish really need
basketball.
to score
I've gotten-
here. I mean,
gotten
you
a
need
great
to at least get a
Yeah.
field goal on the board here.
Yeah, they need to do
State's getting
something
the
here.
ball. Ohio State's getting the ball to start the second half. If you go quickly out here and you give them the ball with 2 or 3 minutes left, you're in danger of getting into a boat race real quick.
Was it
Yeah,
80?
Notre Dame had a great first drive, almost 10 minutes, 18 plays. They controlled the line, but that second drive, Ohio State to shut them down. So if Notre Dame wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to get some points on this drive here and try and take as much time off the clock as possible.
Hey, Misa,
Yakai, how are you, man?
Otherwise, it'll be a long night for Notre Dame.
I'm doing
Oh,
good.
It'll be a long night for Marcus this time.
Awesome.
Marcus is tied.
Yeah.
Misa, how about them Sharks, the boys basketball team? Kyle Bennett, our
Yeah.
buddy KB, he's got them
Love
playing
it.
really well.
Yeah, they're doing great. In region, I think 4-0, I believe.
Yeah.
Beat down Buford the other night at the deep end. Now our Wednesday night game against Well Branch is canceled because of the winter storm. But Friday we come home and we play the what's that team down the road? Whatever that team is down the road.
They're green and black, right?
That
I
one.
don't know who they are.
Yeah, what are they called?
I
don't
have to
remember.
ask you, Misa, because this is a big pet peeve of mine. Is it canceled or postponed?
It's
Most likely
technically
canceled.
postponed, but we have no
Well,
days to
Branch.
make it up. So it's a
Gotcha.
non-region game. I don't think we're going to risk injury for a non-region game.
No.
I hear all the time people say that it's canceled, but
Agreed.
it'll be made up at this date. I'm like, that's not a
Agreed.
cancellation.
Yep, it's
That's a
postponed.
Hey,
postponement.
Yep.
Let me hit pause for a second. We got a friend in the green room, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Fish. What's up, Bo?
What up, bro? How everybody
What's
doing?
up, man?
How's it going, Coach?
Doing well.
What do you think of this game so far?
It's been solid, man. I haven't been all the way locked in. I got to it a little late. I mean, I feel like Ohio State's way more talented. They've been the best team to me in college football, regardless of the losses. So
Yeah, they've underachieved a little bit, but I think
Mhm.
everybody sees that they have the highest upside. They're the highest ceiling. When they
I
play
mean,
at their
highest
best.
highest costing roster, right?
Oh,
Highest paid roster. in
right.
college.
Yeah. I don't know. Ole Miss
There you
was
go.
right up there, right? Ole Miss spent a
What was
fortune.
that?
Where'd that get them?
Ooh.
I
Lane
think
Kiffin.
Texas
What the hell was
spent a
that?
bunch
What,
too.
20 seconds,
Yeah.
Matt?
Speaking of
That
Ole
was-
Miss,
That was poor
that's the
timing.
only quarterback I'd take in the draft. I'm not
Jackson
drafting
Dart.
quarterback higher than the third round, man.
Dart
Not in
Dart
this draft.
can throw a dart.
Yep.
I'm kind of with you there.
It's a good last
I
name.
kind of like the Syracuse kid, McCord too. I think those two are way
McCord's
better
good. I
value
love
picks than the
McCord.
guys that are going to go high.
Oh yeah, man.
He had
I
some
don't think-
moments at Ohio State that were less than savory, let me tell you. But he, when
Yeah,
he's
but-
on,
But he's not.
he can
He's not bad.
get it done.
He's not bad for like fifth round.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine him in fifth,
Sure.
sixth round.
Fifth,
Should we
sixth
also
round.
mention- Should we also mention he led the nation in passing yards this season?
Yeah, he had a great year this year with Syracuse. No doubt. No doubt he made Red Bruin happy.
So this
Oh, I'm
did
sure he
not
did.
go. This did not go well for Notre Dame. They just had to punt already. This is no bueno.
What was that play on third down? I don't know what they were doing, but
You
that
mean
was
you mean the one where the guy was in motion and the timing was all off and they snapped it
Yeah.
into his leg? Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
good. It was loud in day.
Tell you what, though,
oh, yeah.
Notre Dame with
yeah.
a huge special teams tackle right there, pinning Ohio State back a bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
hey,
still
boys.
5 minutes left on the clock. That's the problem.
Hey Max, I got some news for you. Let me play the sound.
Me. Why
There you
me?
go. Yeah. It's news for you. It's directed at you from Stricklander. Peyton Patrick Henry girls beat Hill Ned Christian for the first time since
Oh.
1999 tonight, and the boys beat
Jesus.
them in OT for their first win ever against Hill Ned Christian. Take that, Max, via the Stricklander.
Yeah, screw you, No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I thought that could happen tonight because Patrick Henry, both boys and girls teams, have solid looking teams this year.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be
Lily and Lucas went over 1K the other night. That was cool. Cool to see.
I did hear that. Yeah.
And speaking of streaks, if I can add to it, obviously prepping for the JP2 HHCA games, which were supposed to go on tomorrow, but they're looking to hopefully get pushed back till the middle of next week. The girls of HHCA are 16-0 all time against JP2 in the Max Preps era. I mean, I'm calling the game, so I'm not gonna,
that checks out. I don't know when they would have beaten them.
Sure.
Prior to that,
could be very interesting whenever those games get played. I did hear it could be middle of next week, and hopefully, if that ends up being the case, I'll still be on the call and we can get those games to you.
What are you saying,
I'm on the record. It'll be 16-1 after that game is played.
Yeah, I can.
16-1.
I would also.
I wasn't gonna say it because I'm calling the game, but I mean,
oh yeah, good. Hope it's a good game. 16-1
though. Watching our show.
Yeah. Where were y'all in 1999? Libby was a high school freshman with pimples and 0 game.
I wasn't born.
I was
1999.
I recognize.
I was taking a semester off for 3.5 years. So it was toward the end of that, about to start back to school at Mizzou.
Yeah, I was 3.
1999. I was
3.
in 5th grade.
Lord. Fish was born the year I graduated from high school.
I was in 6th or 7th.
I'm an old ass man.
Yeah, I wasn't alive.
Jakai was not even.
Jakai wasn't even born.
No. Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
I was 11.
How old were you, Misa?
I was in I would have been 12, 11 or 12.
Yeah, so Misa and I are about the same age. Do you mind me asking how old you are, Misa?
37.
Okay, I'll be 37 in March, so we're about the
46,
same age.
holding it down, baby.
There we go.
Fish and Matt.
You don't look at JJ. Let me just say that.
I've been told my white don't crack.
Told you, Jakai. I told you.
I told him it ain't the white that be cracking, it's the hate that be cracking.
I had to warn you.
I'm
So we got
just repeating what was said to me.
We got the 3 old guys and the 3 young guys on the stream right now.
I guess.
Where's Wes tonight?
Like that.
I just realized Wes isn't even
somewhere in between.
It was 1999, so Max was maybe in a heater somewhere. Jakai wasn't born, so it's pretty young.
Yeah.
You see what my screen looks like? That's what I was in 1999. I just wasn't here. You know.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Misa's for sure the funniest coach I've ever had.
Oh God, yeah.
For sure.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, dude, he's a treasure.
He's great.
Jakai, did you ever try trash talking me or no?
Nah, but I remember the games y'all put me at.
Better.
They wanted me to score so bad, and I would struggle most of the time. But and then don't let him talk about my touch either. That's bad.
So Misa, are you suggesting that that people typically don't attempt more than once to roast you because you get them back better than they give it?
Yeah, usually. I think I might have some war stories when somebody would try and they would work hard, think about it, plan it, think they got the joke, and then I just come back like that. And then they'll be like, how in the bleep did you just have to come back
quick too,
like that out of nowhere? But that's
he's done that to me a couple times.
It's improv comedy, man. We're
that's what happens when you grew up in Jasper County High School. You gotta have thick skin and you gotta
You better. And you better be able to come back fast. That's a fact.
and then after that, I went to an HBCU, and that's even worse. So even
Yeah.
tougher skin, you got to survive. So
Yeah.
you earn respect by being able to crack back and not getting offended. So
Where'd you go to college?
South Carolina State University.
Okay.
Orange
Yeah.
County.
Great
He's
HBCU.
in the band.
Hell,
with the
football season
Bulldogs.
this year.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? I can't remember now. I had a thought, but now
Probably Skeezer talk. We don't need any more
Welcome
of
to the
it.
club. The Skeezers.
I can't be bothered to talk Skeezer right
Oh,
now.
Coach Fish
I'm gonna
hasn't
be
been
honest.
on with me before. Coach Fish, I am the biggest Skeezer supporter there is. I love
He's
Skeezer.
a big
you
Skeezer
and me
hater.
both. You
Fish,
and me
I'm going
both,
to say
bro.
this as clearly as possible. I and everyone in this room knows that is some bullshit.
What do you mean? I love Skeezer.
He's being facetious.
I love
And
Skeezer.
so
I
is
love the
and so is Fish.
SDISA and the random
Yeah,
rules
he loves
and regulations.
he loves the Skeezers, man. He loves the
I will
Skeezers.
say I did enjoy the random rules. I did enjoy
Right?
that.
Right.
I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy the quality of play, but I did enjoy kind of doing what I pleased.
The Wild Westness of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I
man.
could do whatever I damn well pleased in baseball. It was easy.
Yeah.
Umpires had no idea what they were doing, so I just I do whatever I want.
Nah, it's all good. Cross new AD. He lets Mike Fanning know. He gives him plenty of suggestions on how to make Skeezer events better. So I'm sure
Mike
Mike's gonna
Fanning,
listen
man.
to
I
all
haven't
this.
seen him
Yeah,
on
Mike-
WHHI in years.
Mike Fanning really, if there's one thing you can say about him is that, like many Southerners of a certain age, he really takes advice from newcomers, in the spirit it's intended.
Oh
Yeah.
I bet. I bet.
There's
I
like
used to
three
just laugh.
people-
I used to
gracious.
just-
that he wants to hear from. And that's about it.
Bro, just laugh, man.
If you ain't
Another
got
dart.
500 wins
Joke.
in Skeezer football, he doesn't want to talk to
Ooh,
you
sack.
about it. He's got to figure it out.
Attaboy.
Why do you think all championships
But
are
no,
in the
I,
orange
I,
jerseys?
I like I
Not
said, I
too
did
down.
like Skeezer though, man. Like it, yeah. The talent's just not there, but I did like Skeezer for the reasons that a lot of people don't, I guess.
I don't know, not necessarily. There's a lot of reasons not to, but
I'll ask this, Fish, just because it's kind of late in the season
Wow.
already. But have there been any schools that have called you and said you're
Good
interested in coaching?
No comment,
There's
Fish.
a few, man. There's
No
been a
comment.
few,
If you
man.
don't
No
need to,
comment,
don't
Coach.
comment.
he's had some conversations.
Keep that interest
I-
hot. Keep
There's
that
been a
interest hot.
few.
As long as
man.
you tell me, as long as you telling me you've had some conversations, that's just
The
all I
thing
want to
is,
know.
though,
are
there've been some here, but also elsewhere. So,
I mean, let's be honest. You are probably right now the best coach in free agency right now. Because I mean, just the fact that you're, I know, like, I know you're doing the clinics and everything, and which is great. We had a lot of fun being at that clinic last Sunday. But I feel so frustrated because I know you should be coaching right now for a girls basketball team, and you're not, which is really
well,
frustrating.
the thing is, I really haven't. I mean, I feel like every time I get on here, I just throw shots.
No, it's all
I
good.
haven't really
It's all
met.
good. Do it.
I haven't really met
Do
too
it.
many
Fine by me.
school admin who are like really excited about athletics, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or who are
Yeah.
that serious about it.
Hashtag come to
But like
the
you
Ville.
said, though, for me, obviously, I feel like if I played somebody with their team, I'd beat them. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Fair.
I just haven't really met anybody too stoked about athletics or like.
It's a shame.
I fear, yeah, you know what I mean.
Which sucks,
It is.
Yeah, it's just
Jeez.
frustrating, especially in this area. That's just frustrating because with all the
Yes.
talent we have here, to have multiple ADs, and I'm not trying to call anyone out, but to have multiple ADs that aren't excited about A, athletics in general, and B, growing athletic programs. The fact we have,
Well, see, but there's also like some schools who ADs are, but they're kind of handcuffed that other
Right.
places aren't.
right, and that's another thing.
So-
But like, I know there's at least one or two ADs in this area who just don't have enough interest in growing athletic programs, and it straight up
From
pisses me off.
is that from like the parents as far as that,
Parents
or
are part of it. They're
It's kind
definitely
of
the
when
part
you
of it.
kids
get
that just
higher,
don't want to
like
play?
higher up. It's really like when you get higher up, like above
Athletic
the AD.
boosters board too. Part of it.
By the
Right.
But like
way,
So
also, like
I
it's
just
different school to
saw
school
an
though.
incomplete pass thrown by Ohio State. That is the first incompletion for Ohio State tonight.
Yeah.
They are
well, and it
also
was only
6
because
of
of a
6
great
on third
defensive
down,
play.
and a great defensive play by Notre Dame, no question.
Yeah,
Where's Jalen? I have not
they're
seen
about
him.
to cash in again though. But
Damn,
well, I
man.
mean,
112 to go in the half.
I think your question is or
I'm
the
with.
topic is a complicated one because the
Yeah,
dynamics are different at all the schools,
yeah,
right? Like
Yeah.
so,
yeah.
but certainly you definitely have in some situations, and this happens from time to time. It takes a combination of a principal and an athletic director who are very much on the same page and of the same mind as far as the mission and vision of how athletics serves your school, to really make it work. And sometimes you have an athletic director who maybe doesn't have the energy for the job, and things fall through the cracks. Other times you have a principal who maybe doesn't see the value of athletics to their school for whatever reason, and as an athletic director you kind of have to sell them the vision on that. So it does take a combination, and I think
Yeah.
May Rivers
They're
got
just
a really good
also
combo
different.
going right now. But
That's
then
Yes.
why
there's
I like
also
how
other
like
factors, like to say you can't paint with a broad brush, because like at a 1A school like ours, our stipends are so low, like for
yeah.
coaches, and same at Buford. Really, you
I
almost
was
have to
just going to
give
mention
someone.
them
You
because
almost
of the way
have to
things are
give
kind of
someone
going.
a full-time job in the building for
Yeah.
them to be able to make it work, because otherwise
Yeah.
they're working full-time somewhere
That's
and
the
it
thing.
doesn't really work, and you need to be in the building to recruit the building. Like
Well,
you
yeah.
have to.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
Justin, me and you were
and then
talking
they
about
also have to match with your teacher openings, right? So like it's
Yeah.
a big puzzle. It's a lot of moving parts, and unless we and then you're talking about the district level, and maybe that's what you're getting at, Fish. If you're not properly funded or supported at the district level, you're still limited in what you can do, even if you got the right combo of principal and AD.
and
So
that's
it's
always
it's
Yeah,
a
the
hard
issue.
it's
thing to
just wild,
navigate.
like how different they all are. Like when you start talking,
Yeah.
like some of them think like you're the CEO of your thing, which is what I came into, which turned me on. But then
Right.
new guy comes in, tries to do his own like, and I'm not one who like at the end of the day, I don't step on anybody's toes, but like I know this thing, like
Right.
I know basketball
You
pretty
hired
much
me to
everything around
develop
it.
a program. Let me develop a program. Like I
Right.
know how.
Yeah, you know what I
Right.
mean.
That's the whole
So,
point.
but then you have some who are like
Oh, crap.
CEO, like they'll let you go do it, but then people above them aren't interested. So then now you get to
Right.
some schools who will let you use the gym, like and get extra work in. Some who don't.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I
And
mean?
that's always weird. That's always weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I know why Justin hit that bell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If any of you haven't seen it yet,
Wow.
I've waited 20 seconds. So touchdown Ohio State, 20-7, awaiting the extra point, which is probably going to be good. So 21-7.
Yeah.
225 yards for Ohio
Yes.
State, 86 for Notre Dame.
Holy crap!
Notre
That's
Dame will always have that
insane.
18 play opening drive.
84 came on the opening drive.
Poor Notre Dame.
Yeah. They'll always have that
Wow.
18 play opening drive.
Yeah.
You can never
I have
take that away from them.
I have something else we can talk about.
And there's
terms of-
LeBron
Hold on,
James wearing his
Max.
Buckeye hat.
I gotta answer the question from the chat line from Sam from Berkner.
Berkner.
Can you put it
Oh,
up there,
yeah.
Justin?
This one?
So,
Oh,
quick
wait,
shout
this
out-
one?
Oh, not that one. Abby Brighton signed with Juventus women's
Oh,
professional
yeah.
team, and
Yes.
Indy. She's a Hilton Head product, and Indy Basilev, who's a Savannah Low Country product. He got called for the national team for these 2 games they have. They played Saturday, and then this coming, I think, Wednesday, they're playing. So
Wow.
shout out to some local football talent. And now back to your regular scheduled American football. This is probably going to be a blowout and a boring second half. So let's keep it interesting by talking about
I
crosses
have
to
something-
bear while
I have-
coaching in the Low Country.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
This thing may not this thing may not go the distance if
it may not.
if it
I
gets
have
ugly.
something interesting we're talking about. How about
Caesar
USC
refereeing?
men's basketball team?
Oh, no.
I don't know if any
Oh,
of you
yeah.
guys caught,
They're dope.
but the huge win on Saturday. They've now moved to what 6-1 in conference play.
5-1.
5-1,
And
and they are on top.
tied for first.
They're on top of the Peach Belt Conference. Got to win their first nationally ranked win in program history, beating number 22 North Georgia this past Saturday. I was at the game. Obviously, Justin was on call for that game. If you haven't been to a USCB game, please do so. It is
Get there.
So
Oh my god.
It's awesome.
It is so worth it.
The men are
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
need to get the one, man.
The men are
Get the
phenomenal.
one.
That's
You
exactly
do, bro.
right.
I got the highlights.
Holy crap, that place.
I was getting a little hype on this call too.
Oh yeah, Justin was on fire after the game. I was like, dude, you're pumped up. And
It was a hype game.
For good reason.
It was a hype game.
Really good reason.
I mean, if
What
you're
a
not having
game.
fun, what are you doing there, right?
Yeah.
It was a crazy good game.
My motto
that's
for
Hottie.
life.
That's Hottie.
Packed out.
calling him-
Co. You know.
We've nicknamed
They have
him
a big
Stick
game on-
Shift because the kid is
Yeah.
clutch.
Hell
That's a
yeah.
Kevin Libby. That's a Kevin Libby special.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
On a 3.
Wow.
Wow.
We've talked about it before, JJ, but I feel like a lot of
Dugu's
the
a
time
skeezer.
you and Kev have the same brain
Oh, for sure.
in,
We definitely
in,
do.
in a lot of ways. It's beautiful. I love
I
it.
think we're both Mortys from different timelines. I mean Ricks. Sorry, we're Ricks. You're our Mortys. Max is my Morty.
21-7 at half.
But yeah, you would enjoy the way they play ball, Fish. They
It's
get up
awesome.
and down, sub 5 in, 5 out.
Yeah, I gotta
It's like
check
a
it out,
hockey
man.
game on hardwood.
Pressure the
Yo,
ball
it's crazy.
all
It's crazy
day.
how different like styles of
The game
basketball
is.
from. Bro, it's
Dude,
crazy.
they
Like
do
every
nothing- this
level
team
to
does
level.
nothing but- This team does
Right?
nothing but changes. Every time they sub on the floor, it's a complete shift
Well,
change.
assistant coach Luke Dyer is a West Liberty alum. He was the point guard at West Liberty, so he's kind of the offensive coordinator guy who develops their
Yeah, it's
offense,
wild.
which is just
That's why I enjoy
super
college
fun to
basketball.
watch.
Cause like, even from like conference to conference, it's such different styles of play. Like,
Right.
Every conference has its own style. So like, just watching college and different ways people play is always interesting.
I
to me.
agree. I've always found college more compelling than the NBA for that reason. Just
Now that's a whole different
Yeah.
conversation because I do thoroughly enjoy the NBA.
No, NBA.
right, but for me, I enjoy both. I love the '90s NBA in particular.
Oh yeah.
That was the golden age for me.
Round
Yeah,
ball
that's-
rock
yeah,
and
that's-
Shaq and Kobe and Michael and Scotty. And
But I know you're a LeBron guy, and I'm not
To
an
Under the
MJ
Bus
guy
here at Local
necessarily.
Sports
I'm
Lowdown.
just cool on watching point guards who get 8 a game and who back you down 94 if they're getting picked.
Hell yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? You don't like
I don't
Magic
like-
Johnson?
Man, that's a whole different conversation, man.
Magic Johnson
Obviously,
was
like
just
the
stupid,
elites
dude.
are the elites, but like when
Right.
you get into the outside the top 20, 15 in the league,
Yeah, you didn't want to watch Mark Jackson put his ass into it all night.
yeah.
See, this is the
I'm
point-
cool with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I like watching Kyrie Irving.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kyrie's
By
a
the way,
baller.
This was
as
the
long as
point
he
in the
just
game.
keeps his
This
mouth
was-
shut.
Yeah, this was the point in the game where I thought USCB might be in a bit of trouble because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, North Georgia went on a run and they were up. What was it, 69-61 at one point? And I thought they may not be able to come back from it. And good lord, did they?
It looks pretty packed in there.
Oh, dude, let me
it was
tell
pretty
you.
packed. It was
Was
pretty
it?
packed.
So I was at
Yeah.
that game, and then I was at their game against Georgia College on, what was it, Wednesday, Justin?
Yeah.
And it was a whiteout game. that place
Yeah.
was more packed than it is in this game right now. When they get
Oh.
packed in there, dude, it is loud. That's got to be one of the toughest places in the beach
It is
ball.
loud. That's why I got
Are there
to
games
call
like
the
that?
game
Are
so
there games
loud.
like that?
When the students are in town, yeah. The ones over the
Yeah, it
break
does
were
get
kind
loud
of
in there.
sparsely
Even
attended.
at the
The Skeeza
Skeeza
game.
State Championship, we got loud. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it
It was
did.
awesome last year.
It got crazy loud. But El
That was-
General's about to deliver.
That was my second time in the Cove last year, along with the doubleheader that I filled in for you, JJ. It's a great environment. And yeah, that Skeeza championship between Hilton Head Prep and HHCA,
Oh, here we go. Is this the good one?
phenomenal.
JP2.
Oh,
You're
that's
right.
El General. He's a fifth year from FAU. Played on that Final Four
Hold on.
team. He was,
Turn up the volume. Everybody's got to hear that play. Yeah, at that point I knew Justin got his
I was out of my
caffeine.
mind.
How was
I
your
was out of my
throat
mind.
feeling after that call?
Well, see, I had a good raspy throat going because I coached wrestling all morning in Somerville, so I've been
Oh, that's a
screaming all
good
morning.
point.
So I had a good gravelly throat going, so it really had a nice rasp to it.
Yeah, you were
That's what I like to
you were
have when I
unaffected at that point. You get to a certain level and you're unaffected because it's
Well,
just
my throat's in mid-season form from wrestling, so I'm
Right.
good to go.
I love Hudson Norton, man. He's in just something. He's just a dude, man.
He is a dog. Here he comes. Here he
How tall is
comes.
the shortest player?
The shortest?
Huddy.
Oh, they got short players. They only got 1'6'7".
Oh,
They call a foul. Fisher, what's your opinion on calling fouls in that last second situation when it's clearly a foul, but they almost never call it?
I mean, if it's a foul, you gotta call a foul. Man.
Yes, but so often they don't because they don't want to, impact the outcome of the game. And it's like, well, you didn't call an obvious foul, which impacts the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
I love how you called the Sand Sharks on it.
Well, it seemed like
that
they
human
had the
part.
clock.
It did. I agree.
clock
It seemed like they
expired.
did.
That human part of sports,
By the
man.
way-
That's why you gotta.
By the way,
That's why you gotta
Justin, I don't
massage
know
the
if you
refs throughout
saw-
the game.
I don't know
There
if
you
you saw
go.
at the end of the game. Quinn Monahan, the athletic director, was pumped.
Yeah, that man, he's competitive. He runs a little hot during the game.
Oh yeah, he was standing next to me the entire time. I love Quinn. He's great. There's me, pumped as can be.
Woo.
Man,
That was
what a
fun.
game. What a game.
We've got a gentleman who knows a little something about losing your voice screaming at wrestlers in the green room. And we welcome from Bridges Prep, Alex Hook Hagan. What's up, buddy?
Yes.
What's up, Coach?
You had some grievances that you wanted to air.
All right.
Oh wait, we got a friend in the background. I got something that you sent me a little bit ago. I can hear your friend in the background. I saw that he was ready to log in earlier. Coach Dan Smells. There we go. That's our 40-pound Lowco or Shark Invitational champion, right?
Yep. I think you brought
Wow.
a trophy last Saturday too. I'm not sure. My
What's
wife
that?
took him this last Saturday to some tournament. He won something.
Oh yeah, like really wrestling?
Nah, he's too young. He's only 3.
Just walking out there and getting his hand raised by the ref.
Yeah,
But
pretty
no,
much.
I think I'll be interested to hear Fish's perspective on your airing of grievances. We learned this weekend on Saturday at the JV Middle School State Qualifier of rule changes that are happening in wrestling right now, like in the middle of the season, before the postseason and state tournaments, and they're basically making moves that we've done for 100 years illegal in the middle of a season. Soapbox, sir. How about it?
Well, all right. So, from my understanding, let's start off with 3/4 Nelson because I heard that was
Yeah.
taken off. See, I wasn't in that room. Dan said there was like an uproar in the room, so I can't really speak on it because I wasn't there. But I will say one of my guys threw a 3/4 Nelson at the match at JP2 on Saturday and did get called on it, and he got the guy stacked and won the match when we were wrestling
Yep.
Battery Creek. So three-quarter Nelson. So say you're on the left side referee's position. When you do a three-quarters Nelson, you're coming up under the left arm and bringing the head down, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Is it illegal if you come up over the left arm, then grab from the right with the right hand up under and pull it down, or does it matter?
I don't know. I've always gone
Both under, right?
armbar. I've gone armbar across the back of the neck and then reached under and grabbed it there, with or without the half on the left side. Like that wasn't necessarily. If you could get under the arm, great. If not, that's okay. It still worked.
Yeah, it's like I think somebody was telling me you can call it like a full Nelson.
We're getting way inside baseball. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like almost a full Nelson if you do it wrong, but I don't know. My kid got pinned in one, and by the kid who got first this past weekend. And,
well, I know.
So we want to do over. We want to do over if it's illegal now.
Leg, and then he goes for the three-quarters Nelson, and that's his go-to, man.
Yeah, we've been working it too because
the bread and butter, man.
Good move.
But I was hearing something about like too much pressure on the neck or something from like.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing too. The carotid artery. It's probably some knee-jerk reaction to some kid who stroked out or something because he didn't just put his shoulders down and get pinned when he was getting choked out. But I don't know. But Fish, you ever heard of this? Changing the rules in the middle of a season?
I cannot say that I have.
Misa, they ever changed the soccer rules in the middle of the season?
No, and I was gonna say it's just sometimes a Skeeza thing, but I know Bridges isn't Skeeza.
No, we're not.
This is a USA wrestling thing, right?
Like, this is a national high school wrestling thing. We're not Skeeza. We're South Carolina High School League.
Look, like I don't even know how I would react to that. That's something that's been legal half the year. You change it without thinking there's some ulterior motive at play. And then, like in a developmental sense, how are you supposed to coach your kids on that and your players on, hey, something that's been fundamentally legal for X amount of time, we now have to change that because somebody decided somewhere that it's
a move that we've drilled muscle memory on.
I know, especially the half. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Well, and it changes what you can do with what you can do with the head and arm, and like outlaws the thing that we were taught to do. The very thing we were taught to do, it outlaws. Like, squeeze that thing as tight as you can.
There's got to be a crazy, like, justifiable reason that people can be like, okay, that makes sense, but still, to do it during a season when in half a season, that's insane. Like, wait till the season's over.
That's a good point.
So,
well, if you go to a youth like
mid-season rule changes are driven by lawyers.
If you go to like a youth like tournament, 9% of the time is hip tosses with a head and arm. Like, when you go to time,
ton of them. And yeah, I don't know, man. I love wrestling. I love wrestling, but there's some things that drive me crazy at the top level.
What got me is they didn't send like an email about these new rules.
No, this is just to be communicated randomly through coaches' meetings across the country.
I mean,
like a phone tree, like some kind of redneck phone tree. I don't know, man. And then the some of the ambassadors that are sent to explain it to us are probably not the people.
I can't speak on that. I wasn't there, but Dan was just like, what's happening here?
It all happened very fast. And we were just told, oh, yeah, you can be pinning the guy and we can just call it illegal and give the guy a point and let him up because you're wrestling him too good.
That could like ruin the whole flow of the match, man. Like,
absolutely.
And then like I've been busting butt the whole like match, and then okay, he gets a point,
Well, plus if you got to fight off your back for a long time, that takes it out of you, and then they stop the match and let you catch your breath and give you a point, and then it changes everything. I mean, you go from possibly losing the match in that moment to you're back in it. So no, it's crazy work. Crazy work.
That's crazy.
What is happening?
I don't know. I started watching too late because I'm
Scott on top of Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah. What's happening here?
Hey, did you hear about Notre Dame? Apparently, somebody's like one of the parents of one of the wrestlers had like a trust fund. This is all Facebook, so I don't entirely believe everything off the internet.
So it's got to be
never
true.
lies. Facebook
It's
never
gotta
lies.
be true, but apparently one of the dads put his savings into a trust fund to send toward the wrestling program at Notre Dame, and somehow that trust fund got funneled to the football program. Might need to do a little research on that, but I heard about that. I was like, man, I'm cheering for Ohio State if that's true, you know.
Aren't you an Ohio State guy anyway?
No, my wife's from Lancaster. Hold on, how to pronounce it?
Lancaster?
Lancaster. Yeah, I went up there over holiday break, man. I had to drive that damn West Virginia Turnpike, and it was like a blizzard.
Yeah, where is that?
Scary driving. It's like 30 minutes out of Columbus.
Okay, Southern Ohio. I'm originally from Canton, so kind of obviously Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame, yeah,
and whatnot. My brother went to Otterbein, which is just a couple minutes away from Ohio State, suburb of downtown Columbus. So I'm familiar with the area, that area down there a little bit. I almost went to Otterbein myself, but yeah, that name caught me a little bit.
We went to
Otterbein once.
Wrestling match. They have that Centraplex. I've never been there. It's a pretty cool looking place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pouring snow when we were going through there, like blizzard. We went to West Virginia. We went to COSI for my son. Pretty much. Visit Columbus. I don't know if you've been there. It's pretty cool. We got like little Mars rope stuff.
What's that? COSI, Columbus, like a science place with like kids stuff.
What is it? Center of Science and
yeah. Sounds like the museum campus in Chicago to me. That's where we'd go to Chicago and go to the museum of I don't know what all they had. They had a bunch of museums there. Shed Aquarium, all that right on Lake Michigan. And then DC has the Museum of Science and Industry, right?
That's cool. That's what is. It's like Columbus. What is it? Science and Industry or something.
Yeah, those are cool. I love to take kids to those things. Fish. What do you think about our one Lowco clinics we've been having at the Ville? Popping off, baby. Looking good.
Oh yeah, they've been cool, man. They've been cool. I think the kids have been enjoying them. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. I know we had a couple of new ones this past Sunday. I'm sure we'll have a couple of new ones next Sunday. Hopefully get the boys out there next Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. We're trying to staff it up, but I talked to a bunch of the Hardyville girls who were there yesterday, the 7th and 9th grade girls, and they had a good time. They felt like they got better, and I was like, that's it, babies. Just keep getting better. I think most of them are going to play softball for me in the spring, so I'll try to get them, keep coaching them up. So I'm recruiting the hallways hard for Kane's softball. What's that?
They need to get out to your clinic, man.
Yeah, we'll have to get them out there a time or two, but we'll have to try to offset ours. Maybe I'll go opposite the boys so the girls can do both.
Yeah, I didn't know you coached softball.
Well, I didn't until I talked my daughter into playing. You know, I coached baseball the whole time Truman was coming up. And then Finley was in gymnastics for a few years, and I couldn't really do much with all that. But then when she finally came around to playing softball, I got to coach softball, and I love coaching girls. And Fish, you may be able to speak to this too, but like girls, especially in that preteen, teen age, like, man, they are so much more coachable. They don't get as frustrated. They don't think they know everything as much. Like they're a lot easier to work with. They're a lot more moldable, at least in my experience. So I've had a great time. Like I thought I loved coaching boys, and then I coached girls and was like, wow, it's like boys except they listen.
I am not surprised to hear you say that, JJ, because I've got a close friend that I went to high school with, and her daughter is about that age now, where she's definitely in her teenage years, and she's a pitcher. She balls out, and she works really hard, and she is coachable. She trains, and I mean, she's a gym rat, and that's what I see from that side of it too.
But the story of how I became the softball coach, Hagan, was I was just talking to some of the softball girls. Like I do all the sports. Like, hey, you guys excited about the season? Who all plays? You know, like that kind of thing. And they started telling me, and I was like, we got a pitcher coming back, and they're like, well, yeah, but she pitched an underhand last season, like slow pitch, and I was like, oh, I like teach 10-year-olds.
You can throw an underhand and like fool some people with that. For sure.
No, but no. That's how you get
Get
your
rid
head
of
taken off,
speed.
baby. Like we need to learn how to pitch the real way. Like I teach 10-year-olds how to do it. I can teach you how to do it. I promise. It's not that. It's not rocket
Wind
science.
it up, man. You ever seen those videos of the MLB players trying to hit the softball?
Oh yeah,
pitches, man.
I've actually. It took me a long
It's Jenny
time.
Finch versus MLB guys.
Jenny Finch wiped out Albert Pujols once. That was amazing.
Yows.
But like I've actually took a long time to wrap my head around the mechanics of softball pitching. I couldn't figure it out for the longest time, and I finally got it. The simple part of it, just the throw strikes part of it. Now I'm gonna have to take them to somebody else to get velo and spin and all those things, but I think I can get. I've been able to get 10 to 12-year-old girls to at least consistently throw strikes. So I'm hoping we can develop somebody who can throw it a little bit, and then we might have a chance. But it's gonna be fun, man. I just love the idea of building something from nothing.
Galen's was trying to get me to come over to JP2. I guess they needed a coach pretty bad for softball. I coached softball in Savannah for a little bit. So
did you?
Yeah, it was like it was a recreation league, but like better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it starts somewhere, and that's honestly at our level, 1A. Never had a varsity program before. That's what we need. We need to be coached like a rec team. You know, like we need fundamentals and we need a basis. But those little basketball players, quick hand-eye. I'm like, baby, we're going to teach you how to slap. All you got to do is touch that thing, put it in the dirt, and run to first, and then we'll let you steal second, steal third, and steal home.
Agreed. I've enjoyed it. I'm excited if we do get to do softball clinic on what is it, this coming Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, if the weather holds up, we're doing it because I can't wait to get out there. But if not, in the gym with fishing them. So,
we need to get
one Lowco.
Also, we're gonna, I believe, Justin, we are working on doing a baseball clinic as well eventually.
Yes, so, we got to get it staffed up.
Obviously, I'll be out there. There's no doubt there. I'm also
fish can sling the old cowhide a little bit back in the day.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. It wasn't too bad.
When did you know it was basketball for you and not baseball?
Well, to be honest, baseball is probably my more natural sport. Yeah. But the practices were just too boring, too slow. Out there just shagging balls.
Fair enough. That's fair.
They get rep after rep after rep. Now at Charlotte Christian baseball wasn't bad because that's a real deal. That's a very elite program. My public school practices, not so much.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. How much did you play a lot of travel ball and stuff? Did you go far?
Yeah, I did. I played travel ball my going into my senior year. So I was gonna play with CP3 that summer, but I wanted to play baseball too.
Really?
Wow. I wanted to play baseball too, so I just played with the Nets because they didn't do as much traveling.
I gotcha.
So I played both.
You ever think about doing both at Vandy? I mean, they had a great baseball program over there.
No, man. Vandy, I came in, Dansby Swanson was a shortstop. I think Kyle Wright was on the mound. Walker Bueller was on the mound. But like I said, in my high school, I had Bailey Ober, Jackson Kowar. I mean, Garrett Bradbury, he's starting center for the Vikings. He's on my baseball team in high school.
Wow.
So we had a pretty loaded squad, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, Bailey was out there 6'9" in high school, just slinging it, slinging on the mound.
I remember how excited I was when I started getting college offers for baseball. That was one of the best feelings in my life. And I will always love baseball. It is a sport I grew up playing. You know, it's something that I'll never not, try to play or coach for that matter.
Oh yeah, it's a great game, man.
I think I'll be.
It was always cool watching the Vandy boys work, man, and like Tim Corbin talking about his business and whatnot.
Especially while you were there with Swanson and.
Yeah, they won it. I think they won it the
Yeah,
year before
they
I
did.
got there, or they
Yeah,
won
with,
it the year.
with Bueller and Swanson, that team was. I forgot about that team. Golly.
Vandy
Mhm.
boys.
Who's he play for now? The Cubs?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he's with the Cubs, yeah. And then
So
Walker,
Bueller's
I think
with
Walker
the
with the
For a long
Dodgers.
time.
Hey,
Bueller's with the Red
Hagan,
Sox now.
who won the JP2 tournament? It was the Buford Eagles.
Yeah, we
Was
never
it?
faced the
Very
Buford
nice.
Eagles. We never got the chance.
You didn't get your shot at them.
We had to face the middle school JP2 Warriors.
Oh.
They got racking up. Well, no, honestly, we did not wrestle very good against them. But they were the better team that day, man. It wasn't even close. We pooped the bed, more to say.
So is JP2 got you in the pool or in the
Well,
bracket?
see, everybody was just like, "Oh, it's going to be Bridges and Beaver High in the finals," and we're
Right.
like, "Oh, there's a fifth round where there's the semis, and we've got to go against JP2." And I was like,
Ah,
"Dang,
Yeah.
so they
they're
got
like
you.
a kryptonite, man."
Yeah, you just don't match up well with them, right? Like they're
Yeah,
good at
it's
the
like
lower
we're
weights, they're good at the
stacked
upper
like
weights.
hammers from like 144 and up, and then it's
Yeah.
like they have all those lighter weights, and like we don't really have any lighter weights. It's just like we're kind of having a down year with our lighter weights. Now next year's gonna be
Yeah.
completely flip flopped, and we're gonna have like all our eighth graders like Miles, Steven, and all those guys moving in, and we'll be stacked at lightweights. And we're gonna have some solid guys at the heavier weights too. So I think
Yeah,
we'll
you
be
got
good.
a bunch of guys. Yeah, you got a bunch of middle school guys coming in at those lighter
Yeah,
weights,
by the
especially
way-
Miles and Mater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comment by Kevin is the truth.
Oh,
I hurt his hand bad.
Yeah, his hand. Yeah,
I was barely
Kevin-
throwing it.
Look
Too.
at that
Oh my
fire.
God, this is becoming a blowout, boys. We're gonna be able to shut this down and go to bed and
Well, I need to
get up
watch
for our
it.
half day tomorrow. Lord, it's getting
Damn, man.
embarrassing.
I was hoping Notre Dame would put a fight up, man.
Why
They
can't
did.
they make a
Any,
PM
any
half day?
games this week, man?
Well, we'll have to
Not
see.
for the
won't
next
we?
couple of days, anyway.
Not
Fish,
Tuesday or
Friday
Wednesday.
night
it
from the
doesn't
May
look
River.
like. Yeah, Friday night,
Friday
Bluffton
night.
May River.
May River and
Boys should be
Bluffton
good.
Friday, and then Saturday,
Oh, that's
Richmond,
good.
Hartville.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bunch of
there it
good girls.
goes. That's what
Yeah.
you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to say
that's-
I'm behind y'all.
Look
Yeah.
at Ryan Day
Yeah,
running down the
there-
sidelines
Woo!
like a dork.
It's so done.
We have a 20-second
Golly,
rule,
man,
but
that-
Max is doing his best Skeezer impersonation, not following the rules and implementing them correctly. So
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know why Tyree's trying to troll me about it. I ain't care about Ohio State. I didn't have a dog in the hunt.
Justin has no affiliation whatsoever.
Yeah, I ain't got no dog in this hunt.
If he has affiliation with any of those two teams, it's Notre Dame because Jalen Snead's playing.
Yeah,
for them.
I mean, I was rooting for that. I was rooting for Notre Dame because,
Me too. Because I don't have a favorite in this.
man,
one.
we already told you, bro. It was Buford High
Buford
Eagles. They won the JPT tournament. Coach Peeler's done a heck of a job over there this year. He really, really has. He's got them wrestling well, and he's.
They might
you
be
know,
on.
He'll be the
route
first to tell you he doesn't. You know, he's not a wrestling coach, but he's a good motivator and
I mean, they might have.
holds guys accountable and has the right guys in the room. They're doing a good job.
I mean, they might have a solid enough squad to make a deep run in the state tournament.
I don't know how deep, but did they beat? They beat Bluffton. Did they beat Hilton Head too? You know,
I don't remember.
I don't know if they beat Hilton Head or not, but
Um,
they won't beat May River. I don't know how deep they'll go, but they might win a couple.
You talking about jump ball too?
No, I was talking about
Yeah.
Buford.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about JP2 as well.
We talking about wrestling?
JP2 wrestling, Skeeza, yeah, they'll be fine, but they won't win it. Like there's a couple that are off the charts, right? Yeah,
No,
sorry,
yeah.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just saying, yeah, we just said that.
Um,
But yeah, Buford Eagles won it.
yeah,
so is Beaver High and May River in the same like classification?
yeah, we're
Yeah.
in the same region this year.
And Bluffton and Hilton
Right.
Head.
Buford
And
got
College.
moved up to 4A this year, so we're all
I
in the
heard,
same
was
region.
it James Island? They just destroyed somebody.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
5A.
Island is 5A
Oh,
now,
okay.
Thank goodness.
so they got promoted since they can charter school.
Promoted? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, they
Promoted.
got promoted to the multiplier 5A system.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for that, because I don't know how much longer I could watch James Island be on top of everything.
Here's Antonio McKnight beasting it, dude.
No comment on James Allen.
Where do you get these videos from?
I got these ones from Joy Peeler.
Oh, okay.
Best coach's wife in the business. Sorry, Danielle.
I tried to like face him. I was like, "Hey, man, let's go, man. The mats are still down. See what happens."
Yeah.
I didn't ever get those baked goods I was promised, or I might change the rankings.
Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but me and Justin are currently working on having a live stream for the
We're trying
Hey,
to.
you hear that?
Hardyville game.
Here we go. You seen this chick wrestle? Alicia Mullins from Beaufort.
I didn't get to
She's
catch
tough.
it because we were wrestling Creek at the time.
She's tough, man.
All right,
No, she's from Michigan, I think.
Is she? I don't know where
Yeah,
she came
she
from, but I know
wrestled-
she's
she wrestled
tough.
youth in
She
Michigan.
went 5-0 yesterday.
Yeah, dude, she's freaking
She's an
she's a
animal.
northerner, man. She knows how to wrestle.
Yep. Yeah,
All
she
right, it's time
does.
for Notre Dame to pass the sticks, y'all. It's 21-point blowout now. That's the rules.
See, Marcus's hair don't be looking dyed in real life.
So now, guys, welcome to LowcoSports Slowdown. We've ended the Natty simulcast because the game's over. So now we're Lowdown. It's 9:38. We're not too behind schedule. You know, live
right.
from Local Studios. It's the LowcoSports Slowdown. Boom, 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 music. Boom. Welcome, guys, to LowcoSports Slowdown, where we talk about prep sports. In tonight's episode, we have JJ, Max, Jakai, Marcus Walsh, Coach Fish, and Alex Hagan to talk all
I think
sports.
Fish just went to sleep.
Yeah, Fish is sleeping.
Nah, man, I'm watching this Nebraska women's game, man.
Oh, okay. How many screens you got
Nebraska,
going, Bo?
Wisconsin. So what?
Oh,
How
he
many
stopped
screens you
watching
got
that.
going?
He stopped watching
Turn
that
out
title game,
football
bro.
game?
I
You know
got
he
two
stopped
going,
watching
man. I got four right here, but I got two going.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a
Damn,
setup.
Fish is hooked up.
Watch a lot of NBA, man.
Yeah,
Watch a
fair.
lot of
For
NBA.
that.
I've been watching my Hawks a lot lately. That's just because they've actually played good basketball for once.
I gave up on them when they
Man,
got Dwight Howard.
I tried to be a Hawks fan for a minute when they had Coach Bud, and then I kind of got into him for a little bit, and then he left, and I was like, eh.
Oh, no,
Trae
Dwight
Young's
Howard.
unbelievable, man.
Dwight Howard used to
What's
be
that?
like, "Oh, I own Atlanta." When he played for Orlando.
Trae Young is amazing.
Yeah, Trae Young's unbelievable, man.
I'm a
Yeah, he's
Dude,
dope.
they played
I'm a
great
Houston
too.
Rockets fan
They beat
here.
the Celtics the other night. I know that.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't really have an affiliation with any NBA team.
they're like
Nah, me
23 and
neither.
19 or something.
I
like
was a
that.
Sonics guy back in the 90s. I was a Sean
Ooh.
Kemp, Gary Payton, Detlef
Yeah.
Schrempf guy
The
all
first-
the way.
The
Bring
first
them
team,
back.
Seattle
the
wasn't
first team
bullshitting.
that I affiliated with when we came to the States in 1994 was the Houston Rockets. So that's been my team
There you go.
Fair enough.
ever
Fair.
since.
Olajuwon?
There you go.
The
Yep.
larger one. Now we came here
That
in
dude's something else.
October of 94 or some. No, they had just won the NBA Finals, and I liked it because I loved their jerseys and the Fireball logo they used to have. So
Yep.
that's what attracted me to it, and I was like, "Oh, I like this team," and then I just rode with them since. And that was the very first professional American team that I ever latched my wheel to, and been rocking with them ever since.
Who's like the top dogs right now? Is it like the Cavs and Oklahoma City right now?
Cavs
or-
in Oklahoma City last check.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, by
Cleveland
record, by
has
record.
been
I know the
phenomenal.
Nuggets were good for a little while.
They're still good.
Yeah, Jokic.
Yeah.
Still good. All
They
right.
still have the cheat code. They
I've
still have
been
the
on and off of
cheat code.
basketball, man.
Jokic is a
Yeah,
cheat
they're
code.
still good.
That dude
Celtics
is
are pretty good.
Jokic and Wemby are cheat codes.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't that the
Yeah,
truth,
that's cool.
dude? Wembanyama's just honestly, you shouldn't be playing basketball, man. That dude is just on another level compared to everyone else. I swear, if they build a team around him, they're gonna win into the finals every year the way he plays.
I mean, they've already gotten much better this year from last year.
Yeah, they did. They
Give
have.
them a couple more years if they don't screw it up. Tell you what, they just haven't been the same since the big fundamental decided to hang it up. Even a couple of his last years were not great, obviously, with him aging, but
Kevin Libby had a request. Kevin Libby wants Ron Fudala dancing. So here we go.
He's got his suit on too. Like, what's going on?
What is happening?
Coach can do it.
No, Marcus, please don't hype this up. No, Marcus. No, Marcus. No.
I love it.
I don't blame him.
I love
Ron
it.
was hype. He was hype.
Did you do any locker room dancing, Fish?
So Kevin Stallings, man. Nah.
How about with the
Nah,
cross
nah.
girls? Did you dance after
Oh,
the state
for them?
championship?
No.
Nah,
man.
The thought of you, Kevin Stallings dancing in the locker room is hysterical.
I do have
Yeah, nah.
one thing that I'm interested about when it comes to Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs is, when is Pop retiring? I know he's been in
It's
there
a
for
good
a long
question.
time.
It's a
I mean,
dang good
I
question.
don't have a problem. I don't have a problem if he doesn't retire anytime soon, because I still think he's one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. But I just wonder,
Yeah.
like, how much longer?
He's not nearly, in my opinion, the coach that he once was.
No. I think he retires at the end of the season.
I could see that.
I can definitely see that.
I mean, man,
he's past his prime. He realized
way
that.
past.
I think he wanted to lay the foundation for Wemby, and with all his health issues he's had recently, I think he's going to quietly call it quits, because he's not about me. So he's going to just ride the season out, and then out of nowhere, I'm not coming back. See y'all later, and then disappear, and you won't see him unless some special events
Then
happen.
they'll bring Tim Duncan in.
Oh God, no! Tim Duncan won't be a coach.
Nah.
I'm kidding, guys.
They need to have somebody
the
who
days
can
of the San
adapt to
Antonio
today's
Spurs,
game.
man.
Yeah, that's true.
Brad Brown now.
Somebody young. Not, I won't say younger, but somebody who can adapt to today's game.
Yeah, especially like even in the team aspect, man. Like it's such
Brad
about
Brown now is
stars
never,
now. Like,
Can I just say though, like Justin, on the point of Brad Brownell, that Clemson team's playing awfully well this year.
Yeah, but he ain't going to NBA. He's not.
No, I know that. I'm just that was a joke. I was just joking, bro. I was joking. I know that Brad Brownell ain't going nowhere outside of Clemson, man.
Max,
he's still there.
Alex,
He's been there a minute.
Hulk wants to know what you're eating.
Me? Some of one of my family's Italian recipes.
Could the Spurs go? Could the Spurs hire their first female?
God.
No.
I mean, they had Becky Hammond there for who knows
this.
how long.
I don't think that a female should coach in the NBA, not because they're a female, but like the way that they speak to their coaches,
right?
It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
and there shouldn't be like a line of, "Oh, don't talk to a female this way." Like, I don't think that part.
So they're adults, man.
Yeah, they're grown. They're grown.
If it was college, it'd be different. Like, you know.
Kevin's putting that one out there, and Marcus mentioned it too. Becky Hammond was the closest one to it at this point.
Yeah,
but as soon as something happens on a bench where like a player just snaps on the coach,
blows up. Yeah,
it's not gonna look good.
Like
I think you're right.
It's way too risky for any organization to take on that challenge at the highest level. You might see it like in the D League if it hasn't already happened, or in the college game.
It has happened in the G League.
Okay, I figured it happened, but like in the NBA, it
may have been Becky Hammond. Now that I think about it,
one bad reaction.
There was somebody for the Kings G League.
Okay.
Becky
one
Hammond,
bad reaction and it's done.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Right, I thought she was with the G League for a year or two recently.
I think she
could have been too. But I know there was one with the Kings
in the WNBA somewhere, right?
But if anybody could do it, it's Dawn, right?
Ooh,
man, I just think that
might be.
I would agree with that.
That might be.
I think some people don't understand like the ego and the like type of male is in the NBA, like like the type of alpha and competitive. Like,
I mean, look at Draymond and Jordan Poole swinging on each other.
And
like that's not uncommon.
Right.
Don't say 100% punch somebody
Like
on the
imagine
bench
Jimmy Butler.
during the
Like
game.
what's Don Staley gonna do about like a Jimmy Butler? Like you
He
know
will
what I
punch
mean?
him in the face during the game and keep it moving.
Well, it don't matter. Jimmy Butler ain't staying in Miami much longer, so we can see where the hell he ends up going.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who knows where he's gonna end up.
Who knows where the hell he's going? I'm so done with Jimmy Butler at this point. He's frustrated me every 3 years. He just frustrates the hell out of me.
Whoopi
Go.
Goldberg was
Players
a
got too
solid
much
coach for the
control
Knicks
in that
and
league.
Natty.
Yeah, but it's not even. Yeah.
Rick
I don't
Fox
know.
and
You give
John
them all that
Sally
money,
loved playing
everything's
for Whoopi.
guaranteed. Everything's
Yeah,
guaranteed. Like
when it comes to Jimmy Butler, though, this ain't the first time he's pulled something like this, too.
No,
I'm pretty
he's a
sure he
bit of a
did this
clown.
when he was in Philly
And Minnesota.
and Minnesota.
but that's what I'm
Like, he's
saying.
just-
That's how a lot of them
Chicago?
are behind closed doors.
Right.
Yeah.
But
A lot of
and-
them are that way.
yeah, and
Jimmy
and
Butler's
like
done it more often than not.
to Fisher's point, look at how many coaches get let go because of players,
Yeah.
even if
Yeah,
it's
but
not in the
that's-
best interest of the team.
They get
Honestly,
hijacked.
that's every sport, though. That ain't just basketball. I mean,
No, it's way,
Not
way,
like
way,
It's way more in basketball.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
Think about it.
Football,
I
it's only the quarterback that can do it, and nobody can do it in baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Football, they give them a couple, like 3 or 4 seasons, usually,
Yeah.
unless they.
The
extremely
quarterback
test-
can
really
fire the head
Well-
coach in football,
well, even-
but
Right.
and in football, it's more so the ownership that
right,
runs the things and don't know. So let's look at the Patriots, for example. You put Mayo in a bad situation this season. Everyone and
Right.
their mama knew the Patriots were going to suck this year. They sucked like everyone expected.
they
and
were
you
better
fire
than I
him
thought they
because
would be.
They were better, and he still got fired after one season because he already had a guy picked out. And
Right.
so, like with football, professional football, it's more with the owners. I think have the biggest influence in the egos. With basketball, that's a player-run league, so that's why,
that is
like,
player-run
Yeah.
league.
Pat
And you
Riley-
kind of
Yeah,
you kind
you
of
make a good
handcuff
point.
the owners with
Yeah.
the NBA because like even when it comes to marketing, like you market teams in football, like
yeah,
your
you want the
breadwinner
players
is
to-
an individual in basketball.
like
Right.
like if you turn on a sports network right now and you talk about basketball, it's the Celtics, LeBron, it's the big names. You're not talking about the Cavs or the Thunder or the Rockets.
Yeah.
They don't have big names. They're not
No.
attractive. So
You don't see any football players with signature cleats, do you?
no.
I feel
Oh,
like
this
the
is a
young
quarterback.
teams seem to like hold the coaches
Yeah.
longer, the younger teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Right.
might have a big name eventually, but the guys that have the big names, the ones that have the biggest like impression on like who's in the coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yep.
Good point.
That's a
then you
deep
got-
ball touch. Oh, good.
Then you got
grief,
guys
that
like
was
JJ
close.
Reddick.
You got to stop.
What do you
man.
think about
I don't
JJ
like
Redick,
2
Fish?
minutes.
Headed for Tate. Oh,
Who do I think about JJ?
Yeah.
loved
I
him
mean,
as a
their
player.
team's not good. They don't have a good team. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's only so much you
They
can
have
do
it
over
for
there.
years.
Right.
I think you
I
can
mean,
be.
you got Austin Reeves and Max Christie as your starting backcourt. I mean, good
Whole
lord.
situation with the Lakers is wild right now.
I honestly would love to see JJ Redick have a good team to work with. I think he could be an okay coach in the NBA. I just don't think he has a good team right now. I agree with Fish.
I mean, he's got a little bit of that Spoelstra in him, right? Like that.
I think
I just
so.
think he's learning like the little things like of coaching.
Yeah.
Like it's his
Yeah.
first year. You know what I mean? Like
Right. I think he could grow.
but they
into
don't have
it
a
for
good
sure.
team.
I
They don't have a
do
good
think
team
there's
around.
something to a coach getting some development as an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Even if
do
it's
too.
for short period of time. Like
I mean-
the inexperience is showing, like you see it like Antonio Pierce and the Raiders, and you're seeing it with Reddick now with the Lakers. Like there's yes, you might have a flash in the pan here and there, but it's not consistent enough where I think there is
Right.
something to letting guys learn coaching a few years on the assistant side and then give them a head coaching gig.
Here's an example for you in that
What would
aspect.
Luke Walton say to JJ Redick?
Oh, jeez. Don't want to know. I will say that brings up a good point because there's a coach I think about when Misa talked about that, and that's Dan Quinn. The thing about it, Dan Quinn was coaching as a head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. He did great in his first couple seasons, got the team to a Super Bowl, and after that, he experienced issues. Not only did he not have the greatest of teams, although he had some talent there, but he didn't have enough. So he had to learn how to coach a team properly, and I think he wasn't fully there yet. So he gets fired out of Atlanta.
I gotta respectfully disagree on that. He had that brotherhood thing going on for a while, man.
He did.
When Matt Ryan was hot, Like they were on
Yes.
fire.
No, I totally agree with you. But I think after a while, it became an issue. Well, he didn't become the issue. It was the fact he just didn't have a good team to work with.
Yeah, he just needed to change scenery.
Well, it's more or less
and a generational quarterback.
Defense kind of fall off, you know.
And there's a good article on ESPN that talked about Dan Quinn, what he did after he got fired from Atlanta in the 28-3 loss, where he kind of did a self-evaluation.
Yeah, he did like a 360 review type thing, right?
Some things that he did as a head coach that weren't the right decisions or things, holding on to folks for too long, different things like that, where you see it in Washington. The culture he's built, where they brought in 40, 50 new players and completely revamped that culture, and you're seeing the results in year one. That's the culture that he's about. The players believe in him. They believe in one another.
Well, you know what the crazy thing
They
is?
also got a good team, though.
They do.
Yeah, and a generational quarterback. It really helps.
I'm just going to put this
No
out
doubt.
there. There was a stat that came out of all the new coaches, who would be the most successful, who would be the least successful in their first year. Do you know who they put as the least successful? They put Dan Quinn as their least successful.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there were question marks. There were question marks about Daniels. I mean,
who thought Detroit was going to lose? Honestly, everybody thought Detroit was going to stomp them.
Every time they had another key injury, I thought, oh boy, it's gonna
David Montgomery
go
was
bad
probably
for
the
them
worst
again.
injury they could possibly have.
Lucy in the football.
Man.
Well, Hutchinson too. I mean, that was a huge
Hutchinson
loss.
was worse.
Yeah.
But like the one thing that the preseason thing about which coach will be most successful and least successful didn't take into account was that by December you would never be able to stop the Commanders on fourth down.
No,
it would be impossible. They go for it on every fourth down and they get every one. It's insane.
It's like the Eagles going for the tush push. Seriously, every
what
time
was the
they
stat?
got fourth down.
I heard a stat the other day that Jaden Daniels has more games in his career now with no punts and no turnovers than like Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and somebody else combined.
That's believable.
Like
he's having a phenomenal year.
Well, just the no punts thing.
That's one of a kind. That's one of a kind.
Part of that's because the game has changed. Like never before in the history of football would anybody go for it on fourth down.
Dave Quinn doesn't have an OC that's leaving his playbook on a table somewhere. You know, remember the playbook thing where he got stolen right before the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Chiefs had Rashee Rice leave his playbook in the car when he was out running around with guns and drugs or whatever.
Dude, that's like
Lambo.
you keep that on you at all times.
It don't matter.
By the way, no stat is going to beat the
No, it
Cowboys
doesn't.
not making the NFC Championship game since 1995, and that every NFC team is now going to be in at least one NFC Championship game since 1996.
Wow. Andy Reid probably has like 4 different coded versions of the playbook anyway.
By the way,
I mean, he got 15.
Yeah.
He got
If Jerry
15 back
Jones-
there, man.
By the way, if Jerry Jones isn't baffled by that stat, I don't know what's going to help this Cowboys team.
He's not baffled. He's not baffled. It's Jerry Jones.
I know.
I think he's got to step down.
He needs to.
He's not going to.
You don't think so?
He needs to, but he's not going to.
I agree. Alex,
I do have an update. Hold on, real quick. Update. Notre Dame has finally gotten the first down. The first in like 20 hours. Guys.
Alex, by the way, I do agree with you on like that part. He should step down. But the problem is he's not going to, because not only is he the owner, he's also the general
He's the
manager.
GM. He'd have to fire himself. Not
He already
happening.
said he's not stepping down.
He's never going to step down
when he's dead.
And that's going to be the problem for them. Because he is
the value of
one
that
of the
brand keeps
richest
going
owners
up,
in the
man.
NFL.
That's right.
Oh, it pisses me off every time when I have to talk about Jerry Jones, because he is one of the richest owners in the NFL, but he's also one of the cheapest owners in the NFL as well. Like the dude.
There's cheaper owners in the NFL.
Oh, there are cheaper owners than him.
Well,
but he has
they got a lot of them walking
He's
through the
old.
door.
Who's their wide receivers that's just a straight beast?
CD Lamb.
Yes, that dude was like dislocated his shoulder, just like
Still
catching the
played.
ball with one hand. Like,
Yeah.
That's all they.
He's a dog.
Here's what I think of.
They need a
Here's what I think
quarterback.
of when Jerry Jones talks. I think of this scene from Always Sunny.
Southern accents bad enough when we're the stupid Scots. But we're oilmen. We would have Southern accents. We don't need bolo ties and stupid hats. Yeah, we do. She's gonna pick up. Hello, ma'am. Oh, what a lovely house dress.
There
Yeah,
we go.
well, you're looking all sorts of good. And now you seem like a sweet, sophisticated, nice, busy young lady. So we're not going to waste your time today.
We're just a couple old men in from Dallas, and well,
That's Jerry Jones for me.
give you something you
Yeah, that is true. That's the truth.
Here's
the thing. They have a great team on both sides of the ball, except they were missing one thing this year for me, and that was a running back.
Quarterback.
Because
Well,
Need
yeah.
a quarterback, man.
Well, he got hurt.
They had a quarterback for about what,
Yeah.
a quarter of the
He's
season.
terrible, man.
They
He's
still-
terrible.
They won
still
more
were good.
games
He's a lot
without him
better
than
than
they
their
won with him,
backup
didn't
options.
He is.
That's the other thing. What are they going to do for a quarterback? Can they keep Dak Prescott forever?
Well,
They
that's
just
the
signed him.
thing.
They just re-signed him.
Yeah.
We don't have a
that's
choice
the
there
thing.
now.
That's like the New York
Jared would
Giants.
have to admit he was wrong, and Jared don't do
They're
that.
not like the New York Giants, Max. I disagree.
Oh,
No,
New York
really?
Giants are
Really? No. Let me explain it for you.
Tyrod
They re-signed a
Taylor and-
quarterback they
All
can't
right.
trust. Does that not
Tommy
sound familiar
Cutlets.
to you? That sounds like Daniel Jones to me.
Mm,
I mean, if I'm
He's
being
better
Yeah.
than
honest, it
Daniel
sounds like
Jones.
I'm
Daniel
not
Jones
out
to
on
me.
Daniel Jones. I'm
I'm
out
not
on him.
either. I actually think he might start in Minnesota next year.
I don't agree. But he didn't have any good times.
Trollin.
Honestly, he had a terrible team to
He
work
had no
with the
offensive
entire time he
line,
was
bro.
there.
No
Yeah, he had no
offensive
offensive
Bro, if you
line.
don't
They
have
had
good
no
players,
defense
you're not gonna have a
either.
good team.
And then they let
I just-
Saquon walk.
Yeah, like,
Well, the Dallas Cowboys didn't go after Saquon Barkley either, and look where he ended up. He ended up
Or-
in Philly. They didn't
or
go after
Derrick
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
They
Henry.
should have gone
Yeah.
after those two running backs. Because if you would have had
No doubt.
either one of those running backs with Dallas, that team could have been something special. But instead, and this is where I'm going with this, I'm trying to remember what week
Even
they
Tony
played at.
Pollard, as you mentioned the other day, too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they had Tony Pollard, and they let him go to the Tennessee Titans, and he didn't do much for the
He
Tennessee
didn't
Titans. this
do
year.
anything.
No,
No.
he didn't do anything. Marcus, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if you know what week it was. What week was it when they came to Atlanta and played?
I want to say
3 or 4.
8, 9, or 10, I think.
It was
I'm
8, 9,
thinking
or
it
10.
was like week 9.
One of those weeks. So at that point, and this is how bad the rushing situation was. Forget the quarterback situation. That can be discussed later. Here's how bad the rushing situation was. Going into that game, so either week 8, week 9, or 10, so towards the middle of the season, they had not had a single rush for more than 20 yards going into that game. The entire season up to that
That's
point.
right.
Do you want to know
Yeah.
who had
You
the
mentioned
most?
that the other night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you already told us.
I know.
CD
And
Lamb.
Still crazy to me to think that Dak Prescott had the longest rush
Oh yeah, Dak.
for
That's
any
right.
player up to that point. And he
How-
had the longest rush in that
How
game.
could they not give it to Turpin somehow? on a run?
They have Ezekiel
Gotta
Elliott
give it to
still,
him.
right?
Yeah,
He
but
was
trash.
garbage.
Yeah, I was going to
You
say,
mean-
why did they
He
resign him?
was
You
hot
mean the ghost?
garbage.
The ghost of Ezekiel Elliott?
I had him on my fantasy team. I played him week
Oh.
1. Maybe like the
Dowdle's
first couple
way better
weeks. I
than
was like,
him.
what
no,
is
no,
this?
No. He's no longer with the Dallas Cowboys. He was
Yeah,
in the
he's
league.
not anymore. He's with the Chargers.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
with the
really?
Chargers
I
right
didn't know
now.
that.
But
No. More to that, Marcus. He's with the Chargers on their practice
Great
squad.
house.
well, yeah,
He's not even on their actual team. He's
Right.
on their practice squad.
correct.
I don't know.
But yeah, he was wow. He did not have a good year.
Yeah,
Jaden Greathouse cashes in for Notre Dame.
Well, Justin, 20 seconds.
I mean, I waited until the replay was already in effect.
It doesn't really matter. This game's over. It is over. Just saying.
Jakai, do you play fantasy
Ooh, nice move.
football?
And there we go.
Kevin Libby wants to know if you play fantasy football. No? You got any parlays going on this game?
I just put in the last minute pick for some of the receivers on OSU.
Yeah, he's chasing. He's chasing.
Out of it. But Notre Dame.
Oh, that was nice.
Yep.
I don't think
I must have like cable because I'm behind like 30 seconds.
I got the YouTube TV.
Oh.
No,
We got
I'm
the
watching
Hulu.
You turn
the
the
Alex,
delay
I'm actually
off.
watching it on the
YouTube
recently
TV?
banned TikTok.
What's that?
Oh yeah, you can turn the delay off on
You
YouTube
turn
TV.
the delay off.
You can turn the delay off.
Yeah, on YouTube
Yeah.
TV. I think you can.
How
I'm
you
watching
do
it
that?
on TikTok right now. Just letting y'all know.
It's a 2-score game now.
Yeah, this is the last
what
leg of
quarter
the
is it?
parlay I got.
Is it third quarter still?
Oh, you can do it.
Yeah,
decrease
3:03 to go in the
delay.
third is what I see.
This game is taking forever. They
Well,
have like
this is getting exciting.
I thought it
they have
was
like
fourth
20 minutes of
quarter.
commercials every break.
I thought it was fourth quarter already.
I wish it
God,
was
No,
fourth
no.
quarter.
got 3 minutes.
3:03 to go in the third.
Jeez.
For as
I
much as
laid-
they
It's
I laid
actually
the
been a
8.5.
pretty fast third quarter.
How long was halftime?
Like
They-
45 minutes.
Good chunk.
Very.
They had the performer.
They had to. Yeah, they had to take a band
Guy
up
dancing on the roof.
Yeah, they had to do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, trying to do
They
a
had to
Michael
get
Jackson.
the field ready.
It's a
again.
national championship after all, so a 10 to 15 minute halftime is going to last 25 to 30.
How cold was it on that roof if it was live?
I have a feeling it was pretty damn cold.
Oh, 20s.
Better
Easily
him than me.
20s.
No, like
By the
30s at
way,
least.
they should be getting snow in the next couple hours or so.
Oh, somebody's happy about the snow.
Yeah, me too.
You know, it's funny because I'm trying to think. What was the last time we had snow? Was it 2018?
Max,
5 years ago.
2018.
Max, you have
January
snow every
3rd,
time you're-
2018.
Every time you're in that
2018.
room, you have snow because it's so cold in there. You have no heat.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. You're not wrong. You're actually not wrong. If I pour water in here, it immediately turns to ice.
You should do
Like,
it.
I could bring
That
up.
might be more entertaining than this national championship game right now.
For sure.
I don't know if it's gonna
Marcus,
work.
are you gonna open your LeBron whiskey with the
whiskey.
Ohio State win?
Oh,
Well,
Hold
Kev,
on,
I already.
Marcus, what time you want me to come over
He
for the
already
whiskey?
opened
I'm
it.
here for that.
It's
What kind of whiskey you got?
it's cognac. Well, Kev,
Oh.
I've already had one Guinness. I'll probably have another before the night's over.
I could Guinness right now.
As I've told the guys, and I was on Facebook Live earlier and sent pictures. Kevin, I've got both teams represented with the Ohio State long sleeve collared shirt and my Shamrock tie. I'm hoping the Irish can, use that touchdown that Greathouse just had and the 2-point conversion, get a little bit of momentum, and at least make this a game, if not make it really interesting before it's all said and done.
Yeah.
Still 3 minutes to go in the third.
Here's
My
the
wife's
thing.
saying no.
Yeah, that receiving core for Ohio State is nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't assume
they're
they're back
phenomenal.
in this. Not really.
Beast.
I hope they get
Jeremiah
back in it
Smith,
just to make the
He's
game
only a
interesting. But
freshman too. That's the crazy part. Jeremiah Smith
Yeah.
plays like he's
Oh.
been in the college football
He's
scene
a
for at least 3
he's a
years.
he's
beast.
tough. He's
Look,
tough.
according to the NFL script, Ohio State will turn the ball over in this next possession,
Yeah.
and then Notre Dame will score to make it 31.
Or and get the
21,
2-point conversions
and
to
then
make it
we're all
8-point
right
game.
back in it for the fourth quarter.
Lisa, did you get that off ChatGPT?
Yes. That's the NFL script.
Oh man. Oh golly. Yeah. I hope I wish
Yeah.
Notre Dame can make it a game, but I just feel like with that receiving core that Ohio State has, and they have a great
They
running
just
back.
haven't been able to stop them at all. And
Dude, but it's because that not only do they have a great offensive line, they have a fantastic running back in Judkins, and then they have two great
They do.
receivers in Smith and in
it
Boogma.
always trips me up when they call for a fair catch on the 2-yard line on a kickoff.
Yeah, I
Has
don't get
Ohio
that.
State punted yet?
I think they have.
Did they punt?
Maybe
I think
once.
I think once,
Early in the game.
maybe twice.
Here we
early
go,
in the game.
Misa.
Yeah, it was like first quarter. They were
Misa
putting back
as
and
an
forth.
NFL official.
Oh no. No. I have
I
enough
can
of
actually see it.
youth soccer games.
You
No,
had
I'm good.
stripes.
I'll be cracking jokes in the mic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Giving him the business.
Yeah, I'll be
Remember that
talking
when that
trash.
guy got that penalty for giving him the business? That was a great one. I gotta find that one. Giving him the business. Here it is. Oh, it's a good one.
Oh.
I gotta wait through the ad, of course.
No, so
Oh.
this looks good. Whatever this is.
What's that?
Whatever
Truck?
this commercial is, looks good.
Who's Clemson basketball playing next?
That's a good question. Here we go.
Here's that right round.
Brown, who was with Tony Baker. This team is so different, really. Now look at NC State. We got a
Oh, yeah, this is funny.
Here we
to the
go.
backfield.
This is funny.
10 starters have missed at least a game with an injury. 3 have been lost for the season. A hold against the Wolfpack. Tony Brown, Anthony
classic.
Hill, Javon Walker, all gone. 2 of them offensive players. Anthony Hill, one of the
Yeah, Ron Cherry. Good old Ron Cherry.
SEC tight end.
Yeah, dude's a
Walking
legend.
in the back as Tom O'Brien
Especially
looks
for
on.
this.
Here we go.
Personal foul, 69, offense. He was giving them the business.
Great number, too.
That sounds like a joke Libby will say at a basketball game.
Yes.
69 giving him the business.
Giving him the business.
And he goes inside, puts it up, and he's fouled deep inside the paint. You know, Marcus, he was just giving him the business right there.
Yeah, there you go. There's Kevin's response. Offside 67 on the dumb team. We're trying to let back into it.
You seen the one with the guys like, "Don't bother me. I'm talking to America right now," or something.
Yeah, 69, he was giving him the business.
I mean, that's a dangerous line right there with that number in the line. That's
what I was about to say.
I know.
That's a dangerous number to be saying that for.
All right, so Libby, next WHHI stream, you need to give him the business in there somehow.
Well, it would have been on Tuesday, except for the fact that it's supposed to snow. Plus, I would have been on that too. I'm a bit angry that I'm not going to be.
We're going to work on getting that back. There could be a very good chance that doubleheader gets replayed next week.
Oh, interesting. Because I'm trying to think.
That's what I said. So
yeah.
I'm not going to give the date away because there's, it's not official yet. But
well, here's the thing.
I was told from a very reliable source it could be middle of next week.
Yeah, here's the thing. I won't be able to make it then. That's the problem.
That was a mistake.
That's why I was hoping it wouldn't snow.
Well,
we'll get you.
I mean, there won't be much going on the next couple of days because we're gonna get a lot of precipitation and moisture. Of course, is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of beauty. So
more than likely we won't have a show tomorrow.
That was
probably won't need one on Wednesday either. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, we won't need
the next 2 days.
We might do Good Morning Loco on Wednesday.
Do some black ice.
We actually talked about that.
Good Morning Loco.
Set up a whole new show. Do Good Morning Loco. Honestly, we could actually do that more often now that I think about it.
Too many of us work in the school system.
Yeah.
Right. We couldn't do it on a regular basis. I mean, we could from my class.
That's what I was thinking. Because you have a whole studio to use.
I do.
Gone dark.
Marcus is.
I went dark. I'm good.
Follow Notre Dame into the darkness.
He's okay.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I think Notre Dame already got into the darkness, man.
Yeah, that's why I said he followed them into it.
Yeah.
So how big of a bleep you is Ryan Day going to give in a speech to all the haters, aka Marcus Walsh?
Oh, he's going to be completely unsufferable. Just insufferable.
And that's why I don't like him.
He's gonna get up there and talk about how no one believed they could do it, even though they were thought to be the most talented team all season long. And
I don't know that
everyone counted them out.
Dude,
the same thing they all say.
Every freaking coach says that.
Yeah, I know. No one believed in us, even though we had 37 5-stars this year or whatever.
They have like $8 million roster or something like that.
The only coach in terms of my lifetime of college football I've never heard say that is Nick Saban. I don't think I ever heard Nick Saban say no one.
Boy, Kirby Smart lays it on thick. You'd think you hear Kirby Smart talk, you'd think that they were picked last in the SEC at the start of the year, like crazy.
No, you weren't. Shut up.
I know.
Shut up, Smart.
Nobody but us believed we could do it. Nobody but these men in this room believe we could do it. Every pundit in America.
Eats it up.
It's just
They all do it though. It's so funny. Oh, Marcus Freeman.
Georgia's a great school, but Kirby Smart is. I hate him. I don't like him.
I'm not a big fan. I don't like Saban either. I mean, I'm an Alabama guy, but Saban, I have a lot of respect for. And when that man talks, I listen.
Max, you're a Georgia fan. You're a Georgia guy. You like the Braves, the Hawks. Like, who's your college team?
Clemson.
Clemson.
I grew up a Clemson fan.
Clemson.
Yeah, when you're born here in South Carolina, you have the choice of Clemson or Carolina.
How you doing over there, Jakai?
You pretty much got like the Braves, though.
Huh?
Chilling.
Jakai's just chilling.
What was that, Alex?
Watching some WNBA. Well, not WNBA. The new Unrivaled League.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, I saw
Have
that.
you guys seen that?
Very fun.
It looks cool.
I've seen it.
Oh, the Unrivaled League is fun.
I mentioned the other night. I watched some of the TGL as well. Very interesting, actually.
Oh, the golf?
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think you need to be there for it. I'd rather.
I mean,
be
I don't.
there.
When's the WNBA start, man?
I'm not getting real excited about watching real golf, let alone fake golf. Like,
when do they start? I think they start like in May.
Well,
or
then,
something.
Justin, I won't be seeing you
Sorry,
at the
May?
Heritage next
May or
April,
June.
man.
No,
right after NCAA season ends.
I
know
love
what you're
going to
getting
the
at.
Heritage.
Justin, I
But,
know what
like,
you're getting at. I get your point.
I don't need to watch, Thursday at Hartford.
Yeah,
you
Fish.
know, like-
WNBA starts May 16th.
May 16th. All right, I
Oh,
need
we got a
that.
ways away from that, man.
That's a
I
long
need
way
Caitlin
off.
Clark back on my screen, man.
Right? Man, I tell you what, North Georgia was good the other day. They had a little D2 Caitlin Clark.
Jeez, dude, what?
Caroline
that?
Martin. She was sick. They're
That team's
tough.
smooth. That
They
team
look
is
like
smooth.
they're like number 5 in D2, and they look like they're not long for D2 to me. That North Georgia program is just their facilities are off the charts.
How long until they get out of here? In terms of
I don't think
D2?
it's that long. I really don't
I
think
don't
it's
think
that
so
long.
either. I saw their baseball field the other day. I
Yeah.
was in where was I?
Sundress City, aka the Bermuda Shorts Triangle, the nexus between 10, 16, 10 and 16 right there.
Tough, dude.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
Wasn't
right.
that?
I was in Atlanta a few days ago, meeting up with some family and stuff like that. Decided to stop by and look around North Georgia's campus because it just intrigued me to
Oh,
see
yeah?
what the facilities were like. I saw their baseball field, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know this is D1 level, but like I look
Their
at that
basketball arena is crazy.
They're a military college, are they not?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
Georgia's
are.
military college. So
Yeah.
like that's what I was saying the other night. Like if the Citadel is D1, then North Georgia is every bit of D1 as far as resources go. They are legit.
Because I saw that baseball field and I was like, golly, man. I
Yeah.
was like, I can only imagine USCB having a field like that.
Well, even like Georgia Gwinnett up there is crazy with the facilities too,
Oh,
and they're
crazy.
still in NAIA.
Yeah, they are.
Which I don't know for how long.
So
The
It can't be
the
that long.
speculation has been that they would go straight from NAIA to D1 when they did it, but I don't know.
USCB's Peach Belt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they are.
Armstrong used to be in that conference back when they were Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Where Georgia Southern ate them up or whatever.
Right. That was a bummer.
Yeah, I know. They had a pretty good baseball team too, didn't they?
Oh, they had
Yeah.
a great baseball
Armstrong had a
team.
good
And their
athletic
baseball
program
field was,
overall.
Their baseball field
Overall,
was
yeah.
fantastic back in the day. Their
Armstrong
baseball
was a
field,
very solid athletic program.
Yeah, I had the opportunity of playing at Armstrong's baseball field for a high school tournament. Fantastic field, beautiful field. That and I've gotten to play at Grayson Stadium too. That was also really
Where did you go to high school?
Hilton Head Christian.
Okay, I thought you were from Georgia for some reason.
He went there when they were actually Hilton Head, not Bluffton Christian like they are now.
Yeah,
Right.
Very
He
true.
played on the dinky baseball field that went into
the apartment
football
complex.
end zone.
Yeah, worst freaking field ever. We can never get that dirt to not dry up and crack.
I just
up and
can't.
stuff.
I just can't even wrap my head around how many foul balls you must have lost because
So-
there was
Oh, we
about
lost too many.
6 feet of property between the backstop and the
I will say-
the fence that went to the apartment complex. So every foul
will
ball
say-
was just gone.
So I
I will
wanted
say
to
during
ask
the
this
foul
when you
ball-
guys. when you guys talked about skis a few episodes ago, where in the heck are they going to put these lacrosse teams for Skiza? They already have soccer on baseball fields. Where is
Right.
lacrosse supposed to go if they do lacrosse?
Well, I mean, some of these places like Hilton Head Christian, they got a lot of land there. They got a lot of space. They got that whole practice field area they could play.
Yeah,
with.
I think that's what they use.
Uh-oh.
Rich saw something because I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I think I see it now.
I turned the delay off, by the way.
Ooh! I'm with you now, Coach. Ooh,
I need to see the
Is my script coming true, guys? I told you it was gonna happen. It's recorded.
You did call it.
Did.
Did it?
Punched
Oh,
it
They
out.
say he was down.
That ball is out.
Oh crap! My phone died. Damn it!
That ball is definitely out.
That ball is out.
Oh yeah,
What's
it's out
happening?
before his knee went down.
It's out.
It's out before the knee went down.
Oh yeah, that's out all day.
That is definitive.
Told
Conclusive.
you I had the script.
Punched it
You guys
out.
didn't wanna believe
24. 24.
Just don't come in for
Look
the.
at that.
parlays.
That is such a great punch. That's awesome.
You keep up.
The funniest thing is when you're watching football now and you just see guys doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what's happening, you think he's just trying to get beat up, and not just trying to get the ball.
Yeah.
That's all.
Punch
Yeah,
that
that ball's out
freaking
before
ball
he
out.
goes down.
Attack the ball. Attack the ball.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, that ball's out before his knee hits the ground.
Because I mean, the
After
amount of
review,
grip,
the call on the field.
I mean,
it's first
the way they
down
hold
Notre
the
Dame.
football, it is so hard to get it out of their hand when they hold footballs the way they do.
I think
Like,
all
it's not-
college football referees should have Southern accents. That's my well held
What
opinion.
we can hear them all say, personal foul.
Giving him the business.
Oh,
I like when they're like, hold
Yeah,
it
Alex has seen it now.
on the offense. Uh-oh. You got something happening?
No,
They give the
Alex
ball?
saw it.
Well,
Do they?
Notre Dame
I
got
don't
the
know.
ball.
Playing ball. My wife's over here cheering, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, Notre Dame's got the ball now.
Yeah,
Right.
Notre Dame's got the ball 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line, from their own 21.
Yeah, didn't get much on first.
Interesting.
Nice play.
He didn't take that
Nice
whole
open field tackle.
That can make it interesting.
Oh
if
yeah,
they-
Caleb Downs. Yeah, he
We need him to score here.
Caleb Downs is a stud.
Game. Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, don't have
You
to
know
tell me.
who's tough? Is that freaking tight end from Penn State, bro. Tyler
Oh
Warren.
yeah, Warren.
Oh, what a
Yeah,
bruiser.
that guy's amazing.
That guy's
Might be a
ridiculous.
sleeper fantasy pick next year, man.
Right? I'm so
Oh,
afraid that
yeah.
somebody in the Chiefs division is gonna
Oh, it-
pick him.
Let's go
Yeah,
to the
my tight
Chargers,
end for
man.
fantasy. My tight end for fantasy was Jake Brandonstill from Clemson.
Yeah.
He did all
Sir, your
right.
official rating is perfect, but you can't pronounce semen or pecan correctly, so we can't have you on college football.
He can.
I just like when they're like personal foul on the defense, 15 yards, repeat first down. I just like them to be real country.
Oh,
Nice. Riley
Personal
Leonard's
foul.
starting to cook.
that ain't
Personal
bad,
foul.
Haven't
man.
killed him out yet.
He was giving
Tortoise in the
them
hair situation unfolding.
I'm intrigued now.
shot, though. He took a
Oh,
shot
they
to
would
the
kill
head.
Ryan Day if
I
he
should
lost
make
this,
it worse
man.
than a national
Oh
championship.
my God, yes. They might parade his corpse through the streets
Oh,
of
I
Columbus.
look. If Notre Dame scores on this drive, I am here for Marcus Walsh's post-game analysis. If Ohio State loses this game,
Agreed.
Oh man,
I am here for.
Marcus,
I am
Marcus
here for
is in a
Marcus.
win-win situation, but he still will be also in a lose-lose
At the
situation.
49.
Scared Amy.
Sorry, Amy. I scared my cat.
She did
You
this.
scared
That's
me a
all.
little bit too. Jesus,
Oh, we
Marcus.
got
Me
it's
too.
just funny. The line was
Oh,
8.5, man.
Try living
holding
with
on
him.
the defense.
Holding on the defense, first down.
We got
Just you
holding
wait,
on the
Max, if you
defense.
join me on a
10-yard
basketball.
penalty. First down.
Marcus, you scared the hell out of me while doing the Dixie Boys World Series like more than once.
He's capable of an outburst. Oh, man.
You and Kevin. You
They
and
sniffed
Kevin
that
also
one out.
scream
I'll
at
be
the
down
top
for
of
it.
your lungs while sitting in that room that just echoed.
Marcus is
That
over here doing
was-
laundry.
I felt like I was having an anxiety attack in that room. It was too loud. I couldn't hear myself think.
Me and Wes would be trying to do a game, and all of a sudden Marcus and Kevin would just scream at the top of their lungs on the other side of the room, and we both look
Just
and like
the acoustics of that room are not conducive to having
they're
6
not.
people broadcasting in the same room or whatever.
That's exactly right. I thought it was going to be booths, separated from each other. It was just one big room.
A cacophony.
Originally, the plan was for everyone to have noise canceling headphones.
I don't like the last 2 play calls. I just saw the second one.
So Marcus probably knows a little bit about this. Originally, the plan was for that tournament was that everybody who was doing those would have noise canceling headphones, and then the noise canceling headphones didn't work.
That's
so
right.
So then we got stuck with those headphones that you wear when you're working at McDonald's and you're working in the drive-thru and whatnot, and you got the one headphone on the side and the open ear on the other. It was
it was no good.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I wasn't happy about that.
4 down territory.
The food was
they're gonna have to go for it.
I felt like I gained 10 pounds in 3 days.
Dude, we're talking hundreds of dollars worth in food from that
Thank
week.
you, Tony Virgo. Wow.
Yeah, right?
I tell you what, man.
We got
He's the food guy. Been that way ever since I've known him. Going all the way back to 2013.
All of a sudden
He's got the smooth touch getting that free food.
Yes, he does.
Doesn't he?
And Justice told me several times. Oh, he's still the food guy.
We had Substation. We had what else did we have?
Oh yeah.
Had Bojangles for breakfast.
Wow.
Did he? No way.
Big conversion.
Oh, they got it.
Bro, how about Vegas, man? 8.5.
Oh, he did get it. He did get it.
Vegas.
Might come down to a 2-point conversion try here.
I know.
So wait, what's the score now?
They know what they're doing out
31-15.
But Notre Dame is driving, so my script
They're
is
driving.
Notre
They're in
Dame
the
is
red
driving.
zone.
It's complete.
In the red zone.
I'm gonna have to get off. Y'all are like 30 seconds ahead of me.
Marcus, you're giving Mr. Rogers. You out of here, buddy? You said you had to pee about an hour ago.
Yeah, well, I went dark for a second, but I'm gonna catch y'all later. Have a good night.
All right, Bubba. Appreciate you, Hulkster.
See ya.
There goes Hulk Hagan.
Oh,
Number 6.
Sorry, I'm looking at Clemson basketball's upcoming schedule. They got quite a few good games upcoming.
Speaking of that, the other day I mentioned that Dick Vitale was going to make his return at the Duke Wake Forest game on Saturday, and I actually read from him on social media that unfortunately that's not happening. I think he took a nasty fall at either at his home or somewhere in Florida, and so his return to calling basketball, not because of his cancer, but because of his accident, is TBD.
On hold.
Dude, Vitale can't catch a break.
No,
that's exactly what I said as soon as I heard it.
Fish, you ever interact with Dickie V?
So
what's that?
I just wondered if Fish ever interacted with Dickie V.
Oh yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, a couple of times, man. He called one of our games at Rupp. He came up, talked to me before the game. Called one of our games at Florida. Same thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the pleasure a couple times.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Got a lot of respect for him. Brings a lot of energy.
Same energy and same voice that's on the mic, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like manic. Just
yeah.
wound up to 11 all the time.
Yeah.
By the way, Clemson basketball has Duke and North Carolina in a 2-day span.
Oh,
North Carolina's not that great.
Yeah, they're down.
They're terrible this year.
Struggling.
In terms of North Carolina standards, they
just lost to Stanford, right?
Yeah, they did.
But they've had Clemson's number. Man, Ryan Day just
that's
so
true, but
goofy.
not fully true.
Not quite like
where's the game at?
Let me look. I believe
Chapel Hill's weird, man.
It's at Clemson.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
And Clemson's had North Carolina more than once at Clemson before, where they've won the game over the last few years. So, wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
I don't. Who they gonna? They gonna fire Hubert?
No.
I mean, should, man. That's not North Carolina basketball.
No, it's not. I
No,
think they
Nate.
will. I think they will.
I don't see it.
Why? Just because he got to a national championship game?
With the Royal guys.
With the team, yeah, with the team that underperformed all year and weren't even his players.
Yeah, that's my point.
Oh,
He just doesn't recruit well.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't.
Which is that's college basketball.
That's the game now, man. That's
Yeah,
all
right.
it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's bringing in a whole lot of transfers either.
I don't know how you can't get kids Chapel Hill, man.
Right?
Yeah, that's my point. That's a great
Storied.
school, great campus.
Oh, we're
and a
kicking the
fantastic
field
basketball
goal.
program, or at least it was.
Them kids celebrities around there too.
We're gonna regret that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, the Duke Clemson game is also at Clemson. So they got both Duke and Clemson at home, or Duke and North Carolina at home.
Oh, Jeeta doinked it.
That's crazy.
Did he? Oh yeah,
Yeah, short one, dude.
That's crazy.
Choke City. Oh.
Wow.
Bummer.
Wow.
Which are the truest words that Fish said, I wonder?
How did he miss
Not
that?
being able to recruit to Chapel Hill, or those guys are celebrities? I don't know.
All right, guys.
Missed
Well,
that.
I'm gonna call it tonight. Get ready for it.
Doink.
We
Yeah.
scrimmaged them in a close scrimmage one Halloween.
Appreciate you, Misa. Be
See
good,
y'all
buddy.
later. It was fun.
Later, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
See
Misa.
you soon.
Catch y'all next time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Peace.
But yeah, we scrimmaged them one Halloween in a close scrimmage, and like Marcus Page couldn't even go out. He said he couldn't even go out. Like him.
Really?
That's the year they won with like Justin Jackson and all them. Yeah, they couldn't even. Some of them couldn't even go out. People just be all over him.
That statement
Yeah.
that Kevin just put up, Fish ain't wrong. I mean, that is what college ball is these days.
Yep. That is it. It's all recruiting.
That's what it is.
What was I going to say? Robbie has stories about when Mutombo would go out in Georgetown, D.C.
Oh man, I bet.
And he would walk into the bar and say, "Who wants to sex Mutombo?" And everybody would just erupt.
Sex with Tumbo.
Man.
Yeah, that sounds like McTumbo. He was a character. Mutombo was a character.
yeah.
I'm so sad that he passed away.
May he rest in
He was
peace.
such a cool guy.
No, not today.
Yeah, Robbie sent me that story the day he died. He was like, "Man, he was a legend in Georgetown."
That guy
college sports
commercial will
wild
never
scene,
get
man.
old. That
Yeah,
Geico
no doubt.
commercial will never get old.
Well, even like at Mizzou, I remember like you'd get wind of like, Ricky Paulding and Trayvon Bryan are at Big 12 or whatever, and like partying, like, and it was a big deal, like word traveled fast. Were you like, was it like that in Nashville, or was it big enough that you were able to kind of be incognito?
Nah, it was cool, man. Like you would have I was a brother at a couple fraternities, you know what I mean, honorary, whatever.
Honorary brother.
Yeah, they were.
You got
always
drinking
talking about
privileges.
that. But now it's a lot harder now for them because like all the team like going outs and like pre games, like you got people recording stuff all the time now. And
True. Well, and they come in as like ready-made celebrities, right? Like they've already got a whole brand, and they're all over social media, and everybody
Man, there
knows
was
every
nights I was
move.
walking around campus, barely walking.
People are stalking their girlfriends on social media to make a big stink when they step out on
that's
them.
been around because like we used to play at Florida, their student section, and this was multiple schools. They would have like a printout of like every player, and then like have information that they would find
Their
on them, like, that
mom
they'd
and their
Google.
girlfriend and everything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like so and
Well, I
so
mean, that
cheated
happens.
on.
That happens
man.
between
I
May
had
River
a
and
teammate
Buford.
get cheated on, man. That like was low key kind of recent. That there was fans who was just screaming that out. So yeah, it was wild.
That's
man.
wild. That's
What's the
wild.
weird-
They'll troll you. Who were the worst? The worst student sections?
The worst.
Yeah, like the most, the best trolls, I guess.
I don't know, man. I enjoyed Florida. I mean, it kind of changed year to year. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Tennessee one year.
The Antlers
theirs are
give you
like
any
right
trouble
there,
at
right there.
Mizzou?
Nah, man. I don't even. I think I played at Mizzou 1 year.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how much you overlap. The
And it was
Antlers are pretty
during the
good
day, and like you
usually.
know how I got the windows in the top. It felt
Yeah.
weird. It
Yeah.
felt weird. It was a day game.
Oh
But
yeah,
nah, I
it does
mean
feel
that's
weird during the
why.
day.
Yeah, that's why. Like I don't know. I'll see some people get caught up or like complain about fans yelling, and it's like or what people are saying, and it's like, yo, you're tripping. Like it's not that
Yeah.
big a deal, you know.
Right. Yeah. They're just talking shit. That's what they bought a ticket for.
Yeah, like
Why do I feel like if there is the most obnoxious, fans in college basketball, it's got to be Duke, right?
Well, yeah.
I
If we're
mean,
talking,
yeah. I mean, I guess you would think.
if we're talking about fans and student sections that annoy the hell out of you, it's got to be Duke.
Yeah, but there's probably some random one, that we're not even thinking about, like Mississippi State or something, where they just like go all out and they're epic trolls. But I think it also ebbs and flows. Like I think there's like kind of, I think there's sort of leadership in the student section too, and it depends on the leadership. They got to come up with good ideas.
The only thing Mississippi State does to you to annoy the hell out of you is ring some
Them damn
cowbells.
cowbells. I hate them damn cowbells.
Now Kentucky, as far as the atmosphere is wild.
Yeah.
Playing at Rupp is wild.
Oh yeah, dude, Rupp is crazy.
You didn't get to play at Fog, did you? Kansas?
Mm-mm.
That place is insane.
I never played there.
That place is insane.
I
I covered a Mizzou game there.
We played Kansas. We played them in Maui though, in the chip. Played them in the championship out there.
Speaking of Kansas,
And
I don't know
their friends traveled.
So I don't know if I told you guys. I mentioned my cousin was looking to do rowing at the college level to be on the rowing program. She's going to be going to Kansas. She got to. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, Justin. Sorry.
Rock
she
Chalk
really
Chicken Hawks.
She really liked the Jayhawks, and when she visited, Kansas had a basketball game, and I believe they were playing North Carolina.
Dude, that'll do it. I'm telling you, that place is special. As much as I don't like Kansas,
She wasn't.
I think the loudest.
Dude, she wasn't interested in the basketball game, but they got her. They got her in to stand on the floor during the game, and they were playing North Carolina that day at Kansas.
I believe this. When Libby was at UMass, he yelled things at Jim Calhoun that would make Bob Euchre blush.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Jim Calhoun, one-time guest on the LowcoSports Lowdown, by the way. Terrific guest.
Nice.
Great interview.
Really?
Yeah, man, I was eating it up. He was preaching, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I think the loudest place I ever played at was Purdue.
Yeah.
As far
Oh,
as
Purdue goes crazy.
My God, man.
Purdue
So I
goes
think they were
nuts.
top 10 at the time.
Yeah.
But like it's just like a bowl. Like you walk in and you go straight down.
Right.
Kind of like Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
But it's got that dome top though. So
I feel like
that was
Indiana would
ridiculous.
be another one too.
Y'all got that weird court at Vandy where you're down below it, right?
Yeah, ours is like a little elevated platform.
Yeah.
Like an opera house.
Yeah, it's always weird how the benches are like sunken.
That's what they did.
I
for
enjoyed
the,
it though. Like
Final
once I got
Four.
used to it.
I think it's cool. It's just it looks odd on
It does look
TV.
really weird, especially when they do it at the Final Four. Because I feel like every year now at the Final Four they have the elevated basketball court, and all the players are sitting on the bench like 5 feet below.
Yeah.
That backdrop would be so tough to shoot, man.
By the way, if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
the Final Four is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year.
That's crazy. I couldn't imagine
That might be
shooting
right.
that, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
You played did you play in the NCAAs? In an
Yeah, I
environment like
played
that?
in
Yeah.
we played in Utah, and then we played in matter of fact, we played Dayton. We played in Dayton in the first four one year against.
Because I've always wondered about that. I thought the shooting backdrop would be really
Nah,
tough.
we played at the Jazz Arena when we went in Salt Lake.
Oh, so that's not so bad. But like
Yeah, I
I
think I had,
covered
like, 22,
I covered the first 2 rounds in Indianapolis one year when I was covering Mizzou, and it was
Dayton's
like
crazy.
half the whatever that dome was called before the new one, and it was crazy.
Lucas
It felt
Oil? Lucas Oil?
not
RCA
Lucas Oil, the
dome?
old one. Yeah, the RCA
RCA
dome.
dome.
Oh,
And it
okay,
was
okay.
it felt like it was a crazy shooting background.
I couldn't
But
imagine, man. Like,
just so much depth, and they had half of it blocked off, but still. But we had it was a great great few days. That was so fun, man. We had
Nah, yeah, it's cool. It's
Mizzou
definitely a
beat
different
Southern
vibe.
Illinois. Yeah, it's amazing. They beat
It's a
Southern
different vibe.
Illinois in a good
The
game when
Salukis.
what's his name? Bruce Weber was still there. And then they played Marquette and Dwayne Wade and lost in OT. It was an amazing game. Notre Dame was there, so we got to see the crazy leprechaun man, dancing
That
around.
was
That was cool.
that was a couple of years before
It was
before Illinois and Arizona
03?
played in the. I think that was 05 that Illinois and Arizona played. I think in the Elite Eight. North Carolina took on Illinois in the title.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that was 04. One of the two.
This was 03, I think.
Oh, I'm
Marquette
sorry.
went to the Final Four with Dwayne Wade.
I made
Oh, there you
mistakes.
go.
NCAA does a great job, man, with that event.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
cause
man.
even as a player, bro, it feels special. Like just going,
I made
it feels
I made a
different.
mistake, by the way. The Final Four this year is at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. But
Remember the Alamo.
Mercedes-Benz must have the 2026 because I know they're supposed to be hosting one soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they announced those way out. So
Yeah.
I always get crossed up. By the time it actually gets here, I forget that it's going to be there. Like,
Yeah,
they're
right.
like, the 2029 Final Four will be held. And okay, whatever. Let's see if we still got a planet in 2029.
But yeah,
But,
you mentioned Dayton getting to play at Dayton. I've seen so many Dayton basketball games, dude. You want to talk
place
about a
is
crazy
dope.
atmosphere? Those are crazy atmospheres.
Yeah, so I played there in one of those first 4 games,
First
but
4,
then we
right?
played there.
Yeah.
But then I played there again, like during a regular season game.
Nice.
That was
cool environment.
Yeah, no, that was different. The regular season game.
Yeah, they go nuts
We got
there.
to see, we got to see the crazy leprechaun man dancing. Is how my granddad made a living when he says. It's definitely Loco After Dark. We're in hour 4 of this.
Are we really?
Spectacular.
Jeez.
3
3
hours and 1 minute.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's been a whole football game.
It is. It has been. Yeah,
I'm
true.
about ready to. If they don't score right here, I'm about ready to shut her down now.
They need to score
Actually,
here.
I'm about ready to shut her down anyway. You boys about
Yeah.
ready to bring this thing to a close?
I think we're done at this point.
We can do that.
Did you guys enjoy it? Did you have fun?
Oh yeah,
it was fun.
It's always
It
a
was
great
more-
time with you guys.
It was more fun to me than just watching the game alone. Or
Yeah,
kidding.
Agreed.
it was cool. Got to
Yeah.
talk about some stuff. People might have gotten up to speed on some stuff that's going on, but we'll see if Notre Dame can keep this drive going, and then we'll wind it down. All right. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys are going to see some exciting stuff here in a second.
Oh.
Hey, people are really sweating this 8.5 right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they are. They are.
On both
Big time.
sides.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
Absolutely.
a great spot. Great spot for Vegas.
Libby would have liked more roasting. Misa scared off the slams. I ain't got nothing to roast most of y'all about.
No,
Y'all
you're
are
too
cool.
nice, Justin. I mean, you could roast if you needed to, but I don't.
I mean, I'll roast when it's
I
appropriate.
got people to roast, man.
You do.
Oh,
I meant
yeah,
none
I
of
know
these.
you
I
do.
just
I
meant
know
none
you
of the
do.
present company. I don't have any of the
Oh,
I know
present.
you do.
no.
Hey.
People with you.
Yeah, I got about 2
No.
or 3 in mind.
Yeah.
I got a few I could
Sure
roast
you do.
too, but I'm a diplomat, so I'll keep it to
I'm
myself.
sure you do, Fish. I'm sure you do, man. I could roast some people right now, but I'm not going to because we're at the end of the show and there's no need for that at this point.
No.
Nah. Where are grievances another day?
Well,
Man.
since we're heading towards the end, we should remind everyone, again, we do have weather cancellations for school. Half day pretty much across the entire LowcoSports team tomorrow, so no basketball games will be played, including HACA against JP2, which of course was going to be broadcasted by Marcus Walsh and our very own WHHI. So that game will obviously be postponed and played at a later date because,
Right.
of course, Fish is gone. Fish, of course, that is a region game, so it needs to be played. So obviously, will be played at a later date. So we will keep you informed of that one.
When I get the details of when it's going to be played and if
Yeah.
Jeremy Kevin, Larry Jacquemont, and yours truly can be there. Y'all will be the first to know.
Yep, of course.
So stay
and then,
tuned.
of course, all the rest of the games in the area will be canceled tomorrow
Wednesday.
as well as
Postponed.
Wednesday.
Postponed.
Postponed Wednesday.
Home, online learning for all of Wednesday for not just Beaufort County, but also Jasper County,
Right.
Colburn, and Hampton counties. As I said, all Beaufort County offices and parks and recreation facilities will be closed the next 2 days. There's also a possibility they may be closed on Thursday. I have not heard anything about that yet, but we will keep you informed on that. So that's what we're looking at. We're also looking, if you don't know what weather cancellations we're talking about, if you don't
know, you live under a rock.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't
It's gonna snow.
Yeah, if you don't know, you should probably look at the Weather Channel because you may be in for a surprise. It's gonna obviously it's the plan is that it's gonna snow most of Tuesday night and into early Wednesday morning. We also have a chance for freezing rain both Tuesday and of course throughout Wednesday and Wednesday night. And I just looked at the weather. There's also a possibility for freezing rain again Thursday night. So, please, for everyone out there, please stay safe through this because obviously not many people here know how to drive through the ice and snow. Now, us here, myself,
That's
Marcus,
right. And we do not have sand and salt trucks.
No, we don't. Because
That's the problem.
We're not we don't.
That's
we're not
why
prepared for this.
That's why, an inch or two of snow or even a light dusting of snow and ice is so hazardous. Up in
And they're
Ohio,
calling
up
right
in
now.
Kansas, where JJ and I are originally from, that's no problem. They start salting the roads and sidewalks and stuff. It's no problem. They don't have that here.
Nope. There's no way to prepare ahead of time. There's no way to mitigate after. Really, it's just So we got 3 to 5 inches expected on Tuesday. So
wow,
that'll be the most since 2017. Well,
and then it's only supposed to get up to 37 and back down to 26. So I really think Thursday morning's in doubt as well because
I agree.
We'll see.
I agree, but I will say this: if you think this area is freaking out right now, not only is it snowing here, but it's also snowing in Florida and North Florida. Who would have thought it's
Wait, Florida and North Florida?
Florida and North Florida?
Yeah.
No kidding.
North
You
Florida.
mean Georgia and North Florida?
Oh my.
Tallahassee.
No way.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Great house.
Oh my.
He did it
Ain't
again?
over yet, boys.
That's crazy.
Oh.
I'll probably see it on the next play.
Now they're a 2-point version away from being within a score and covering the spread.
Covering the spread. Good luck with that one.
Speaking of covering the spread, I feel like
Oh,
Days
there it is.
Spread's really tight right now.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, do you see that? How crazy.
I think all of his
Touchdown,
skin is
Irish.
puckered up at the moment. Look at that kid.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to snow in Tallahassee as well as potentially Jacksonville. So
You know what I love about college football? You can still do a surprise onside kick. Oh boy. Oh boy, double pass. Oh!
Oh, they got it. Oh my god. Oh my god, the double pass.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I mean, not a double pass, but a trick play basically.
Yeah, trick play, whatever.
Reverse pass, I
That
guess.
was crazy.
Was that for the 2-point?
End around pass. Yeah. Wait for
Yeah.
the 2-point. It's a great play.
Dude, that's crazy.
But great house. Our
Holy
house is a
crap.
very, very, very
Tell you
great
what,
house. What a catch.
he was a ball. He's been a baller this entire postseason, this
Yeah,
entire
he has.
playoff run.
He has.
But Penn State, my gosh.
Yeah.
And then
he was the
today,
man.
Actually,
What a catch. Holy hell.
do you guys remember
nice.
this story?
oh,
Yeah, right?
I mean, you can't get more wide open than that.
When Shipper saved Freddie? Tell me.
Chipper
grief.
Jones and Freddie Freeman. If y'all don't remember that story, apparently, so it covered, Atlanta got covered with like a foot of snow and then
Oh,
it became ice and stuff like that. and Chipper got
Freddie
stuck
got
in the
stuck,
snow in his car, and Freddie came over with his 4-wheeler and helped Chipper out.
Okay.
Way to
I would
go,
have thought it'd
Freddie.
be the other way around. I would have thought Freddie would have got stuck and Country
Or
Boy
no,
Chipper would have
sorry.
come and dug him
It was
out.
the other way around. Freddie got
Okay.
stuck. Chipper.
I was gonna
Chipper
say
came with
Chipper
the
ain't
4-wheeler
getting
and
stuck.
helped him out.
Chipper's the Country Boy.
But you know what the funny thing is? They made a bobblehead of that.
Huh.
They actually had a bobblehead day with that.
I am sad to report that I once had the Sid Bream Slides bobblehead that was given out on, and it got melted and fell apart.
Oh
man.
What did I have?
It was sitting in my window in my office at USCB back in the trailers, and the sun came in and it got too hot and it melted.
I used to have, you ready for this? I used to have an Aaron Judge Charleston River Dogs bobblehead.
Nice.
No kidding.
I don't know where it is now.
My best one is King Felix from King Felix bobblehead night when he pitched Safeco at Safeco.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. He sits behind me. I got Ichiro up there too. Reggie Jackson, Ernie Banks.
Damn, you got a ton. I need to up on my bobblehead game now.
I've got a great slew of them too.
Yeah.
I got some little ones too that came out of cereal boxes back in the day. It got melted and fell apart. So I just grabbed my body.
Dude, how crazy is it that it's an 8-point game? I did not think that was coming at all.
And now they just got to get a stop. Now, what Ohio State needs to do here is not play not to lose. They need to just go out and do what they do and march down the field and score. Because if they fool around and play not to lose and have to punt it back, it could get dicey.
It could get very dicey.
It's been fun.
What a second half for Notre Dame.
I like watching
Holy
it with you guys.
shnikes.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they've gotten back into this game. I had a feeling they could. Like, I thought they had.
I mean, Misa says it's the script, but Will Howard, we doubted him earlier in the show, but Will Howard comes through with a big run. Every first down closer to clenching it for the Buckeyes. Oh, their fans are going to be insufferable.
Yeah, they will. Marcus, we're talking about you, man.
So many of them here.
You know, I would do the same thing if Notre Dame ends up winning this game and JJ were to say, the Notre Dame fans are going to be insufferable.
They would be.
I would
They'll
just
both
be like this.
insufferable.
I feel like
That's
any
true.
college team that wins the national championship is going to end up having insufferable fans.
True. But we live amongst so many Ohio State fans, and they're just so loud all the time. Remember, Jack Nutter trolled me last year when he was in 5th grade. He trolled me about my Mizzou sweatshirt the day after Mizzou beat Ohio State. That's how bold they are. He was like, well, if we would have had our best players, blah, 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 blah.
It was rough.
They're obnoxious.
I honestly think even if they did have their best players, I still think Mizzou would have won.
We beat their butt last year in that bowl game.
Yeah, you did.
That was ugly.
You
That was
still
fun.
would have, I think.
So
Even,
ugly?
even if
smacked
Ohio
them
State had
back.
their best players. Even if Ohio State had their best
We'll
players.
never know.
I don't agree with that at all, Max. To be
We'll
honest.
never know.
We'll never know.
Well,
We'll
you
never
said
know.
it. Of course you'll agree with it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
You agree with yourself?
You
The
agree with
insufferable
yourself. It's
meter
good.
inside Mangiamo's is at atomic.
Oh, that
levels right
ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth in there? God, that place has got to be packed right now.
Yeah. Got some friends there. I'm sure Hinchie's is packed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hinchy's
Probably
definitely packed.
Probably anywhere's packed.
They
We were
just
thinking
sold a
about
whole
going to the
bunch
beach
of.
tennis, but
They
we were
probably
like,
just sold a
watch
bunch
it.
of shots after that last touchdown.
I know
2-point
for
conversion.
a fact. I'm trying to think. I know for a fact. Street meat's got to be slammed right now.
Oh, they all
sure.
are, I'm sure. Every
Yeah.
place with a TV is
You wanna-
packed right now.
That you want to talk about an Ohio State bar? There's one.
Riley
for it.
Leonard just wants the ball back one more time.
Please give it to him. I want to see it.
Credit to this Notre Dame team though for fighting back,
Yeah.
man. They have not laid down.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Play hard.
They're called the Fighting Irish for a reason.
Yeah,
They're
it's
showing it tonight.
because of
No
Donnie
quit.
Brooks, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Street meat also full of atomic insufferability.
Well, so is Hinchies if they win this.
Right.
So what you doing in for the next couple of days while you're snowed in, Jakai? You getting into editing some video?
I have work.
Oh, you got to go to the Nike, the Nike
Yeah.
outlet. Rain or snow, huh?
Yep. Big full-time shifts. You know?
What the hell?
You're gonna be standing around twiddling your thumbs, bro.
Nah.
Y'all better have the heat
It's not.
blowing in
We're
there.
not even busy at all. You know. Y'all want to stop
Yeah,
in,
no.
chat it up or something?
That's what I'm saying. You'll be standing around nothing to
Dude,
do because there ain't nobody coming out in snow
Dude,
and
I'm right
ice.
down.
to buy
I'm right
Nikes.
down the road. Hey, I'm right down the road from the Nike outlet. I will hop in, bro.
You ain't gonna buy dunks on you, on a snowy day. They'll get messed up.
Yeah.
But you might be selling some coats, some outerwear the next couple of days.
Yeah, there you go.
We don't get any good men's stuff, honestly.
Really?
I know. Every time I go there,
Can't even take advantage of that discount.
I only buy stuff online.
Yeah.
Agreed. I do
Smart
that
way
too.
to do it.
Every time I go into that outlet, as much as I hate saying it, because I do like that we have a Nike outlet. Every time I go into that Nike outlet, I get disappointed because I look at the men's clothes and I'm like, I don't like any of this.
Like you just
I've
expect
been there,
something.
man.
Right.
Never. Since I
I've
was
been
young.
there
It's
too.
not even just clothes. It's kind of shoes as well. Every time I go in there, I'm like, there are so many more options online that I could just buy right now.
The Ohio State fans just look sick right now. They just look sick.
That's crazy. They're winning
I
too.
can imagine why.
Yeah, but it's third. But they're feeling the dread
Third
right
and
now.
11
Doom.
on their own
Max and
34.
Marcus are feeling the 28-3. Are you a Falcons fan too, Jakai?
I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay.
Okay, he
So-
doesn't have
Look to you guys
you
on
don't know the
Sunday.
dread.
He actually beat the Patriots.
That's right. Your pops is a big Eagles guy, right?
Yeah. Big Philly guy.
Oh no, Notre Dame. Oh no.
No way.
Wait, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they just gave up a bomb on 3rd and 11. Greg got
Oh,
cooked.
crap.
He got cooked.
He did get cooked.
Cooked.
Damn.
Jeremiah cooked him.
Ah!
Whew. Cooked.
No.
Will Howard says, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah, right.
LeBron's apparently an Ohio State fan now. He's got his
He is.
Buckeyes
He's
hat
been
on.
an Ohio State fan
I
for a while.
know.
Now I'm seeing
I
it.
was
Oh,
joking.
right over the back shoulder.
That was nice. Nice.
Why am I?
So we take it to the 2-minute warning, and I think we can put a nail in this thing, boys.
Damn.
The Buckeyes are gonna be champs. All right, fellas. I'm ready for bed. It's been a good time hanging out with y'all.
Yes.
Appreciate it. We will figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow. There ain't nothing going on, but I imagine we'll get bored and want to talk to each other. So be on the lookout. Subscribe to the Lowco Media YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. And thanks for hanging out, Jakai. Been a pleasure. And look forward to working with you more and more. And Max, thanks for the help in the Ville today. You were an excellent MC for the best JV dunk contest in history. And Marcus, always a pleasure, brother.
Likewise,
So,
my man.
Thanks to everybody who stopped by to hang out and everybody who hung out with us online tonight. We appreciate you. Congrats to the Buckeyes and all you insufferable Ohio State fans. We'll see you real soon on the Lowco Media Network. For Jakai Morrow, Max Araj, and Marcus Walsh, I'm Justin Jarrett. Thanks so much, and until next time, go Lowco.
The Lowco Sports Lowdown Podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.